Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville. The voluntary reaction.
Can't get enough Tennessee basketball? Join Fan Run Radio as soon as every UT game is over for Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all. The voluntary reaction. We'll be taking your calls on the Vols as soon as every game is over. So tune in and buckle up as we drink from the keg of glory all the way to the Final Four.
The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real. You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:01 on this, the last day of March. Hey, if you haven't taken advantage of the ECR Total Landscapes free stump grinding promotion, this is the last day. Got to get that call in. See if you can get it in under the radar like a Yukon half-court heave. Save hundreds. ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Just mentioned Fan Run Radio. Get free stump grinding now through the end of the month, which by my calculations runs about 9 more hours. Alongside Bob Baskerville, Bear, Walker Smith this afternoon in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Doing the thing. Shout out to Jermod McCoy, Tennessee defensive back, a projected first-round pick at one time. Of course, did not play this past season while recovering from an ACL tear. Today is UT Pro Day. Lots of scouts and general managers in attendance over at Tennessee. It's actually going on right now, but just about an hour ago, Jermod ran a 4.38 40-yard dash.
That'll do.
That'll play.
That's pretty quick.
That's moving. Also had a 38-inch vertical jump and a 10-foot, 7-inch broad jump. So you got to think that, you know, you've seen him in some mocks in the first round, others not so much. I feel like this probably solidifies his status. Somebody going to take a chance on him in the first round, I'd say.
For sure.
Only question is, like, does he get drafted ahead of Colton Hood?
That I don't know. Who do you think the fastest, or do we know? Is there a list I could look up somewhere, like who's ran the fastest? Like who's the fastest Vol coming out of here?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who would be the nominees?
I mean, there's been a couple of 4.2s, right, through the years.
Mm-hmm. Was Cordero was 4.2?
I don't think so. Who's the Ross guy that played for the Bengals or the Browns? Remember that guy's Jonathan Ross?
Jonathan Ross. Wow.
He ran like a 4.2. CJ 2K famously ran a 4.2.
I was talking about Tennessee guys.
I don't know that we've ever had a 4.2. I don't know if we've ever had sub 4.3. I feel like Dante Thornton ran pretty fast last year.
Yep, he ran this quick list. He's the fastest outside of like Christian Coleman. He ran a 4.3 flat. Dante Thornton. Velus Jones ran a 4.31.
Christian Coleman, the track star?
Yeah, ran it at the football facility like in 2017.
Really?
They just ran him on the AI search. It's like, yeah, our fastest football player is a 4.3 flat, and Chris Coleman ran a 4.12.
He ran a 4.12?
That's what this says right here. Yep.
Jeez.
We ever just think about putting some shoulder
second.
pads on him and seeing what he looked like?
Yeah, they did it back in the 80s. His name was Sam Grady, and he just went long every play.
We've done it with a couple of guys. You know, Willie Gault obviously had some success. Leonard Scott in the late 90s was a blazer who could –
who was
he? Wasn't great, but he was a good kick returner, and he did catch a couple of bombs. Leonard Scott was pretty good. But I also remember having this conversation in local sports radio in the early 2000s about Justin Gatlin.
Oh, you want to know what the notable mention of the AI search says Gatlin ran? It reported during a workout. They say he ran a 3.9.
Is that possible? Is this AI spitting you something weird right now?
Probably. It's
a
just a
sub
Google AI.
4 flat.
It's just the Google AI.
I mean, those guys run sub 10 100s.
Did he run a 3.6 30-yard dash? I feel like Gatlin did have a tryout or something with Tampa Bay. Maybe did he like?
That does sound familiar.
Maybe when he was doing one of his suspensions for whatever he was doing.
What's the guy's name that played for the Chargers forever? He played here. He was fast.
Eric Parker.
That's it. That dude. He was fast.
Mm-hmm. Of guys in this class, Brazel is still the fastest. He ran the 4.37 at the combine, but McCoy's 4.38 is second, and Colton Hood ran a 4.44.
NFL draft coming up 3 weeks from Thursday. It'll be in Pittsburgh this year. So hopefully we'll put a couple of Vols in the draft. I always say that helps, whether it's recruiting or transfer portal acquisitions. That's always a big deal. So congrats to Jermon McCoy. I wish we could have seen that this past year.
Yeah.
So Tim Banks is somewhere in Auburn right now going, all right, that guy played this. I'd still be up there. I'd still have my $2 million a year job instead of being an assistant coach down here.
I mean, he still got the money. He got paid.
Yes. Yes, he did. Gabe Lazo today, Lady Vol assistant coach, leaving for the greener pastures of Baton Rouge.
Yeah, he stayed unemployed for 30 seconds.
There's been that back and forth on what happened. That does not sound like a guy who got shown the door.
No, it sounds like he quit, right?
Yeah.
Resigned.
Well, they said they were parting ways. It might have been. Is that one of those things where it's like, you can't quit, you're fired?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why would you want to watch one of the best recruiters in the country? Well, I mean, he's the architect of the class you brought in that you couldn't control. I don't know. I'm skewing pretty negative towards the women's basketball program. Right
Bob,
now.
you said yesterday that Olivia Edwards, our 5-star freshman, is connected to Lazo, that like maybe he was her lead recruiter.
He was. Yeah.
She going to end up a Bayou Bengal?
I don't know. She said a lot of things yesterday that, were pro Tennessee.
The McDonald's game was yesterday?
I think it might be tonight.
No, she
That was a
at least had a
workout.
showcase where she dunked.
Yeah, that
at
was
the
a-
McDonald's
yeah.
All
Did
American.
we ever figure out if that was a true dunk?
Oh, I
There was-
watched it. It was a true dunk.
Yeah.
She yammed it.
Yeah, not like
Yeah.
a full-on windmill, but it was one-handed, over. It was,
Okay.
It was legit.
I trust your all's evaluation.
So I don't know. She did say she's looking forward to being at Tennessee, but I'll believe it when she's on campus.
Got to get her here. Sign on the line, which is dotted, and then get here and play for Coach Kim and her new look staff next year. And what's,
But I don't think it's a whole new look staff. It's all her people from Marshall, right? She still got those people.
is it Jenna Burdett, I guess, is the one that came through her. She'll leave the light on for you. And then you've got, thank you, Bear. And then you've got the guy from Florida State that just arrived here. And
Yeah, she still has Tubner, right? Roman Tubner.
that's the guy who's up for the Kennesaw State job, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like he's been in on a couple other jobs like Rutgers and some other ones too.
I still don't know why he didn't just fire, just start over. Is she going to get paid? I mean, you're not going to get me to feel bad for a millionaire.
Well, her husband works for Rick Barnes.
Well, he can either stay on or he can go with his wife. I don't know.
That is, if we fired her this year, like I think, Bob, you're on record as saying like you think they should have made a change.
I think they should have. Nothing personal. I just think that it's like there's going to be so much pressure on her this year. I think for her own good, I think this is going
Almost
to be
has
bad
a
situation.
Matt McMahon at LSU
Yeah.
type feel.
Yeah.
What? Speaking of which, that's hysterical. You talk about a bunch of people who just do not care. He's hired the I don't care staff down there when you bring in Stansberry and Johnny Bones Jones. But if you're
looking to win.
If you're Mr. Kim Caldwell, Justin Caldwell, I believe he's on Rick Barnes' staff.
Fresh off an Elite Eight appearance.
Like, how does that work? Like, if we fire her, we're not firing him. Does he just stay around?
I don't know. I doubt that they would stay in Knoxville. They're not from here. I imagine they would move. She's probably going to get another job, albeit on a smaller
But what if you're
level.
Justin Caldwell and you've got a foot in the door with one of the truly elite men's programs? Are you wanting to leave? Does she just, maybe she becomes a stay-at-home mom?
His name was? I didn't know the guy's name until just now. Is it Justin?
Yes.
Yeah, I think in that nobody's paying him 7 figures to coach basketball. His wife probably shouldn't be making that. I mean, not to be ugly, but I mean, it is what it is. This was a complete and utter disaster. First season.
Complete disaster.
A couple people on the live chat are asking, while we're on the subject of coaches, any news on the new assistant coach for men's basketball? My belief on that is I'd be surprised if we hear anything in the next week or so. I got to believe they're laser focused on the portal. Somebody will be coming, but.
Well, it's not like the olden days where you had, John Wooden had one assistant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not even like the olden days of 5 years ago when you had 3 assistants. You've got 5 full-time assistant coaches now and a bevy of other support staffers and,
administrators,
quality control types. Yeah, I mean, you see the bench. There's like 5 guys on the bench, and then there's 10 more behind the bench with the iPads and everything. So it's not like, oh my God, like who's going to pick up all this slack responsibility? We got to go out and do that first. No, man, they've got a plan to attack the portal. They're executing it. And right now it's about going out and finding a few good men. That being said, Bob, I'm sure Barnes has a laundry list of names that he could potentially see himself working with someday. One of which probably is Kim English.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously Kim English comes up. A lot of people said, it could be a possibility he elevates Lucas Campbell. I mean, there's a couple of paths forward here. He's a big fan of the guy we just mentioned a few minutes ago. He's a big fan of Matt McMahon too, who's a local kid. And, well, he's not a kid, local guy.
That would be kind of a nice story for McMahon. The way, I mean, nobody deserves to get the treatment he got.
Yeah.
So who's number 1 on your wish list today, boys?
For what?
Basketball portal.
Oh,
I haven't made one.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one. Yeah.
People
I want them all.
I mean, I just want the
That's
right
where I'm
guys. We don't know who those guys are going to be for another week because everyone that's entering the portal right now, they're just announcing. There's going to be another 500 names entering just in the couple 48 hours after Monday when the portal opens Tuesday.
I will say that he's not in the portal, but the number 1 guy for me that there's at least rumors and rumblings about would be Tyler Tanner.
Yeah.
If that happened, it would be
that's a game
bidding
changer.
war for that.
I mean, yeah.
He's going to be asking for Rodney Rice money.
More than that.
Yeah, probably.
More than that. I mean, that's why he aligned with CAA. I mean, that was a shot to the bow yesterday of, okay, let's try to create a whole new water level on this.
If you missed it yesterday, Tyler Tanner, the outstanding point guard from Vanderbilt, I guess switched agencies. He goes to CAA, and they had like a graphic too that they posted on social media that basically said, hey, we're open for business.
Yeah, he didn't have Vanderbilt stuff on.
We're soliciting NIL dollars. Now, a lot of this is just posturing, and we saw this again last year with Okpara, right? Where if you're a player's agent, why not? This is why we have to get this stuff fixed, because this is just no way to run college sports where you're doing this every single year. But under the current rules, if you're a decent player,
you can ask for a raise like every 4 months.
Well, at least once a year. This is your time to, I don't know, coach, what's in it for me? Like, why wouldn't you do that and drive up the price? And even if you just want to stay, like,
you just want to raise?
Yeah, you don't just go in there and, no, even if you don't want to raise, like, you just, why not see what's out there? Everybody's a free agent.
Yep.
So it's a lot for coaches to have to deal with and cut through.
They kicked the can down the road until it became this. Wonder if they've got the sense at the top level to know. I wonder if they wish they could go back and have done something 10, 15 years ago when it became obvious to everybody that something like this was coming.
Anybody keep up with the thing, the law that I think it was Tuberville was introducing last week seemed to have a lot of support in sports circles.
Yeah, but it's not going to get him. I read something where it wasn't going to get him around the Supreme Court, the 9-0. It was going to immediately be, lit up with lawsuits and everything else. They're going to have to. I mean, the one thing Danny Dollars is right about, they're going to have to collectively bargain with college athletes. It's the only way to get rules.
Well, there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement behind that. But it does feel like if you could pass some sort of a law that regulates transfers, whether it's 1 freebie or 2 freebie or whatever it is, like that could at least be a start. So we'll see. Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, going to join us here in just a few minutes. We'll get his thoughts on Rick Barnes looking for a few good men in the NCAA transfer portal, which opens a week from today. Now, the kid from Belmont already on campus visiting. He's a grad transfer, so he doesn't have to go into the portal. He can go wherever he wants. And so that's how Tennessee's able to recruit him right now. But a week from today is when you'll see the full smorgasbord begin. We talked about Santo Cyril from Georgia yesterday. He's announced that he's going in the portal. So there is a big name, both literally and figuratively, that will be in the portal that Tennessee could take a look at if they want. We'll ask Shump what he thinks Rick Barnes needs to take the next step in Tennessee's never-ending quest to go to the Final Four. Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from CNB, offering extra benefits including bank travel. Travel with CNB to well-known travel destinations. They do all the planning so you can have all the fun. Isn't it time for you to start living the good life? Contact CNB today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Since the 1960s, Crown Cleaners has provided imperial service for all of your dry cleaning needs. With unwavering attention to detail and customer care, Crown continues to earn the trust of yet another generation of citizens in Knoxville. They also provide free pickup and delivery of dry cleaning, laundry, and alteration services. So find a location near you at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, Knoxville's choice for dry cleaning for over 40 years.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Here's more with Dr. Stephen Malone of Knoxville Smiles.
So I've been in dentistry for about 30 years, and I've watched a lot of things change where we used to do things by analog. We used a calendar to make appointments, and we didn't really have computers, and we used film and not sensors to get images. Things have changed a lot. Well, it's still changing. We have a lot of things that are in dentistry today that make it more convenient for patients, like online scheduling and Invisalign. Instead of putting brackets and wires in your mouth, you can use these trays. And those things are all done with computers. Now we're actually planning implants with computers, and we're making our crowns with computers and CAD/CAM systems and milling systems. All of these things are new in dentistry, and it keeps changing. So if you look at dentistry today, it's not what you had 25 years ago. We're much more health-oriented. So try to find a dentist that's trying to use technology to your advantage and keep you healthy.
Contact Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 to set up an appointment, or go online to knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious, and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. It's a beautiful day in East Tennessee. Thank you so much for making us a part of your afternoon. And it's a beautiful thing when we have our next guest on the line. He is Ryan Shumpert. He covers all things Tennessee Volunteers for RockyTopInsider.com. Good afternoon, Shump. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Hey, man, we're doing all right. A little bit in our feelings that we're not sending you on the RTI private jet up to Indianapolis this week, but maybe someday.
That's right. Maybe someday. And I'd have been a quick private jet ride up to Indy and Bob Baskerville country. So shame it didn't happen. And, we'll see if the Vols can get back into that position and give themselves another chance next season.
Well, I mean, we're not sending you guys in some Uber. I mean, you're like Tiger Woods. You don't need a driver. You guys need to fly. You can look at your phone all you want on the private jet.
That's what they compare me and Tiger on the golf course and to our driving abilities.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, Final Four's in Detroit next year at Ford Field. It would be in Vegas in 2028, and then it's coming back to Indy in 2029. So, all possibilities. I think Rick Barnes probably be hanging it up sometime around then, give or take a year. So hopefully we'll be able to go up there and see him and the boys play for a Final Four here in a couple of years. But Shump, what do you think Rick Barnes has to do to be able to take that next step? I mean, 3 years in a row, knocking on the door, but also 3 years in a row running into a team that I think if they had played 10 times, they probably lose at least 9, right?
I disagree the first year. I think Tennessee, Purdue play 10 times. Purdue wins 6 or 7.
Okay.
Certainly they're the better team, but I don't feel anywhere near how I felt, with these last 2 years, and especially this year. If Tennessee and Michigan played 10 times, I'm not sure Tennessee would even win 1. Tennessee and Houston play last year. Maybe Tennessee wins 2 or something like that. But yeah, the point's still pretty accurate. What Tennessee needs, I mean, I think they need a little bit of a blend of what they've had the last 2 years. I mean, Rick Barnes talks about it after the game on Sunday that Tennessee needs more shooting. I think they had more shooting 2 years ago. Not that they were just an amazing shooting team, but they had a number of shooting options 2 years ago when they lost to Houston. And Rick Barnes was talking about how they didn't have any inside game. And this year, I don't think that inside game was ever quite as consistent as they needed it to be or as good as they expected it to be. But I think it's about finding some sort of blend. And I think that'll be the difference in the offseason. And what will be interesting to see, I guess, in the offseason is how does Tennessee attack this? How does Tennessee find this blend? And I think that's where I guess I'm going to get on a tangent here. I've been very interested. Rick Barnes talked in a very different tone. Both in his press conference and in the clip in the locker room talking to the team after the game than he has the last 2 years. It felt more, I don't know if desperate is to make the Final Four. There was more open vulnerability of wanting to make the Final Four, I think, and what it's going to take to break through. And, he said to the team that we're going to do this thing. We're going to make the Final Four, and you guys are going to be a part of it for what y'all did this year of getting us close and building the foundation. He didn't talk like that after Purdue and Houston. So I think that's all been very interesting. I think the Tyler Lundblade visit is very interesting because you're talking about a guy that does not have a reputation as a good defender at all. And we'll see if after meeting with him and everybody after this visit, if everybody thinks it's the best direction to go. But if it is, and Tennessee, commits a good bit of NIL, which if they're going to get Tyler Lundblade, they're going to have to commit a good bit financially to get him. To me, that would indicate Tennessee moving more offensive in that direction. I don't know if they'll do that, but certainly you talk about the way Rick Barnes talked after the game and more definitive compared to in the past. And the first visitor, the first target of portal season being a guy that is an elite shooter with a reputation as a pretty poor defender. That's all interesting to me, and I'll be curious to see how that manifests itself over the course of this next couple weeks and next month.
Hey, Ryan, I think that we were just talking about it before you joined us that, Bear asked the question, like, who's the top of our target list on our want list for transfer portal? My response was, I don't know. I mean, there's so many that are flocking out there already, and we do have a lot of needs. So I'd rather pivot my thinking for a second to like who stays. And what I mean by that, I'm not even talking about Nate Ament in that situation, but it's more like you had a piece posted about, or somebody on RTI did, about Jalen Carey saying, I want to stay. Ethan Berg, I want to stay. Those guys, I got to say, Carey to me became a factor in the NCAA tournament. Once we got past that Miami game, I mean, that was a version of Jalen Carey that I was much better with than I was most of the season. But I'm just wondering, you know, some of these other guys whose playing time waned, you know, Troy Henderson's a great example. Do we really think we're going to have 8 guys returning from that core and they're all going to still be here next year?
No, I don't think so. You know, who ends up staying and who ends up going, I don't know. You know, there's been some buzz about Troy Henderson potentially entering the portal. I do think Tennessee would. There's not a single player on that roster that, for the right price, Tennessee wouldn't want to keep. I don't think. Ethan Berg seems like a guy that would be willing to come back. You know, I don't think he was making a ton of money this year. I think he's a guy that would be willing to come back while not making a ton of money. So I think it makes sense. You know, got 15 scholarships to use Ethan Berg and you know, take a flyer on him again, seeing what he can do in year 2. Jalen Carey to me is going to be a super interesting one, because you're right. The way he played in the NCAA tournament, I think, makes it more realistic. And you know, the quote he gave to me was talking about how he needs to get in better shape and change his body and lose weight. And those were all things Tennessee wanted him to do last year. And he acknowledged he didn't do it to the standpoint that they wanted. So how much is Tennessee going to be willing to invest in him to do the things that they wanted him to do last year and he didn't do? So I think that's all interesting. I think, especially as you see Tennessee looking at some shooters and looking at off-ball options, how plausible is it for Tennessee to keep both Amari Evans and Bishop Boswell? I think it's maybe a possibility in the short term. Long term, I'm still skeptical about it, because I think their skill sets are too similar. So we'll see. A lot of that's going to be decided as they're having meetings today and yesterday and tomorrow with these guys, you know, recapping the season and starting to talk about financials for next season. So I don't think there's anybody Tennessee wouldn't want back for the right dollar amount, but as is always the case, I'm sure there will be discrepancies in what players think they're worth and what Tennessee's willing to give them. And, you know, I anticipate to see a small handful of guys walk out the door and see what they can do, get elsewhere.
You just mentioned something I do want to get your take on, because it sounds like you were in the vicinity of all this. You mentioned that they are working on, the coaching staff is working on all this stuff like yesterday, today, tomorrow, which everybody loves to see, right? It's back to work, you know, that and part of it's driven by that portal date that's about to happen. So were you in the airport yesterday when everybody showed up to pick up the Lund blades?
Yes. And, you know, friend of y'all's program, Greg Polinsky, I mean, it's a long walkway down when you kind of turn the corner where TSA is and you're walking into baggage claim where those elevators are, and it's a while away. I was like, man, that looks like Greg Polinsky. And I get closer, and then it is Greg Polinsky, and I start seeing a lot of other coaches and, you know, talk to them for, you know, a couple minutes. But, yeah, no, that was a surprise, and, you know, shows how quickly they were getting to work, given, you know, Lundblade, portal's not open yet, but Lundblade's a graduate transfer, and he's able to go ahead and take visits and start looking around. So clearly a priority for Tennessee, and, you know, he'll depart tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to him and see what he says about his visit then.
Talking with Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. Shump, you mentioned earlier, like, Barnes' tone after the game, a little bit different than years past, maybe more of a sense of urgency of, hey, we got to get over the hump. I'm no spring chicken anymore. I want to do this thing before I hang it up. Do you think that, and we've seen Barnes evolve, right, since he's been here. The Grant Admiral teams were much more higher offensive rated teams than they were defensive, and that kind of been backwards the past couple of years. But they do shoot more threes now than they did when they first got here. I guess what I'm getting at is, do you think that Rick is going to be more flexible maybe on taking offensive players, right, who might not have that defense first mentality that he has traditionally demanded here?
Yeah, I mean, I think Tyler Lundblade will be telling to see whether they get him or not. But I think that's, as I said earlier, that's like an example of that willingness. I don't even know if that's a guy Tennessee would have looked at in past seasons because he is not a good defender. He's not a good defender in the Missouri Valley Conference. But he is an extremely high-level shooter who can get the ball off really quick, can shoot shots that look like terrible shots and he's off balance and make them. And that's what Rick Barnes kind of came back to pretty consistently, is saying they got to be able to score more. They need more scorers. They need more shot makers after that Michigan game. And, to me, the fact that Tyler Lundblade is immediately on campus after that seems to be an indication that Rick is willing to adjust or willing to change, look at different options. Because, Lundblade matches, what you're saying, Tennessee needing more shooting, or Tennessee would represent a change in philosophy, at least to some extent for Tennessee. At least maybe not a change in philosophy, but a flexibility in philosophy.
I saw you posted about this guy too. There's a couple names that just popped out as far as portal. Santos Cyril from Georgia. And then I think just when the show started, I think everybody kind of assumed it was coming, but Juke Harris from Wake Forest entered. I mean, but Cyril, I think, caught all of our attention because, boy, there feels like it feels like some real through lines right there.
It feels like all you have to do is change the nameplate on Kara's thing. Like he can have the same shoes, practice gear, all that stuff is very easy transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a guy, they both played at Hamilton Heights in Chattanooga at one point in their career. Very similar size, similar skill sets. I don't think Santo, at least I won't say I don't think he can. Georgia didn't ask him to defend on the perimeter the way Tennessee did with Felix, and Felix was just so one of a kind in his ability to do that. But I believe Santo led the nation in blocks. Both him and Felix were up there in the top 15, 20 in the country in dunks. So a guy that can do similar things, and certainly I think Tennessee would like to add, add at least one more rim protector, kind of in addition to Cade Phillips. And I think Dwayne Brown can do a little bit of that, but I think those are limitations in Estrella and Carey's games.
Talk with Ryan Shumpert here this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. Shump, any thoughts on who replaces Justin Gainey now that he is left for the head coaching job at NC State?
Not particularly. I do think it would probably, if I had to guess, be an outside hire, be someone that's not in the not in the program at this point. I know the Kim English thing has been name that's been thrown out. Obviously, there's a connection there with him having previously been on Tennessee staff. I don't know, what his desire to get back into things this year, what his desire to, go be an assistant coach, any of that stuff would be. But he's just a name that comes to mind given the familiarity, but not a ton of insight I have on this one, on that one at this point.
Let's jump. I know you've been knee deep in the basketball stuff, but I'm sure you've been at least peripherally been paying attention to baseball. And that was a tough weekend. I mean, what a Sunday we had between that and basketball, et cetera. But as you can imagine, over on our show, we're hearing a lot of people, sounding the alarm with the Josh Elander era, et cetera. I still think it's kind of early, but it doesn't feel the same. Something's different. But I just wanted to get your take on, how much, what's your level of concern on this?
Yeah, some of it, like you said, I've been over there for one game since SEC play started. So
yeah, I
think it's hard for me to say, with a lot of conviction one way or the other on this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly worrisome. I think he's making some mistakes and stuff like that at this time, but he's a young head coach, and I think some of those growing pains were going to happen. And to me, it's too early to be hitting the panic button, on the Josh Elander tenure or anything like that. I think that's too soon. But certainly, there's a sense of urgency after what was a pretty brutal weekend and a pretty heartbreaking weekend on West End for them to get things back on track against LSU and try to steady this ship. But there's a lot of time to do it this season, and certainly it's going to be important. I think both for this year and just a long-term stability for them to steady the ship and show some success and have some results to be able to sell when it comes to recruiting moving forward and when it comes to the stuff in the portal.
Shump, it was a heartbreaking weekend. It was also a face-breaking weekend for our guy Stone Lawless. Do we have any update on his status? I mean, he's been one of the few guys that's actually occasionally shown a little pop in the bat this year.
Yeah, for sure. From what I've heard, he's doing well. I think things are generally positive given what happened. I think things could have been a lot worse, but no super firm update at this point. I'm sure we'll ask Josh Elander about it after the game tonight, and we'll see what he says. But I don't necessarily expect to see him super soon, but I do think given what happened, the things are going generally positive, and it could have been a lot worse.
Are you going to be there tonight for Austin Peay?
I will be. Yeah, see what the Govs got in store.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's Austin Peay, but man, what a nice night it's going to be for baseball, right?
Yeah, beautiful night for baseball, and and look, it could have been worse weather-wise in the two cities we were in the last 2 weeks. But you get into March and in Knoxville, it's typically pretty nice, and cold in Philly and very cold for my southern softness in Chicago last weekend. So glad to be back down in Tennessee and enjoying spring weather.
All right, Sean, we appreciate it as always. Tennessee baseball coming up tonight. Look for coverage at RockyTopInsider.com. Ryan Shumpert, thanks so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you, Ron.
Shump chiming in there. I was talking about Stone Lawless. I'm looking at the SEC only stats. So Stone has 27 at-bats in league play. He's hitting .222.
Yeah, he's still our catcher, though.
Have they given a prognosis on how long he would miss?
No, that's what I was trying to get out of Ryan, and he said there's just not that information that they'll probably ask Elander about it after the – I would be stunned if he's in the lineup today.
Nah, I wouldn't think so.
I mean, how long is it going to be before he can put a mask on?
Yeah.
And squat down behind home plate.
I still haven't seen it. I mean, it almost made it sound like a Canigliaro type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that?
I do.
But it's I'm sure if it was that bad, we would have heard about it by now. They had a really bad one last year with a guy who was like a backup pitcher who wasn't pitching for us, but he was in the dugout and was struck in the face with a line drive.
Oh, that's right.
And
who was it? Chase? Chase drilled somebody in the head.
Chase who?
Burns. Just clocked somebody. That thing was going upper 90s, I think.
But Chase Burns, Walkman, 5 innings, 1 hit last night.
Yep, 7 strikeouts. Just electric stuff.
Reds win that game?
We did.
Shout out to Tony Vitello getting his first big league win last night. I stayed up and watched some of that on FS1.
Oh, it was very good. Baseball's happening. I'm so happy that baseball's back. There's now something to watch every night. There's not going to be a Tuesday where we got to tune into something random. Just love having baseball back.
We'll be at Smokies Park, the Cove, on Friday for opening day. Smokies back in town this weekend, so we'll be telling you more about that as we get closer to it. But spring has sprung, and America's pastime is back.
Mm-hmm.
865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435. If you want to chime in this afternoon, you can call or text us there. Shout out to those of you listening on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe. Mash that thumbs up button to help us get the algorithm rolling here this afternoon. Beautiful day in East Tennessee, final day of March. Let's do the thing. Your phone calls coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. East Tennessee Sports Authority. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012 and our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio. A lot of text action right now. Multiple people wanting to know if Bear has checked the Schnall tape yet. Hashtag Roberto's vindication.
Schnall tapes.
I don't know if this is Roberto's personal phone here, but we
probably.
Oh, we've got multiple people from multiple area codes, unless he's running a just real deep state psyop here. I mean, people want to know. I'm going to take by your silence that.
Well,
that
no, you can't go back that far.
Can't go back that far? You've tried?
Yeah. My team did.
Your team?
Yeah, I've got a team that does. It helps me out with stuff like this.
I know I am going to regret asking, but just walk us through that for a little. Who's on your team?
It's just really one person. You know him. They're great at finding stuff. DR Vol.
DR Vol is your team.
Yeah.
You've got
stuff
him,
like this.
You've got him going back into our archives.
He freelances. But yeah.
You make it sound like you're paying him for this service.
Well, no, he's just a buddy of mine, and he'll, help me out.
Hey, I really want to make fun of Roberto and call him. I want to take this "I told you so" away from him. Why don't you go back and listen to about a week's worth of shows from last October and see if he really did advocate for the hiring of Kevin Schnall at Coastal Carolina over Josh Elander? Can you do that for me, DR? Thanks, bud. No, I'm not gonna be giving you anything for it. This is just for
the love of the game,
just the satisfaction of taking an "I told you so" away from one of our callers.
I wasn't even positive. I don't remember anybody not giving Josh Elander their full-throated support.
Neither do I.
That's why I was tempted to. I was, are you sure about that?
But I can't remember what I had for breakfast last week. So
I can't remember what I had for
today.
Lunch.
Yeah. What did I have for lunch today? Oh, yeah. It's eggs and peppers. They were good.
Salmon Andes.
865-966-3435.
Thank you, Bob.
Your number if you want to get on board this afternoon.
Oh.
Bob, the only member of the Drive that remembered my birthday and got me a present.
Jonesy says, do I send the helmet to the address below? Yes, that is the correct helmet, Jonesy.
Correct address.
correct address, yes. Landon Kelly says, bring me Santo Cyril.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, I can't remember if it was you, Bob, or Ryan, but made a good point about, we see that as just a like-for-like trade for Felix.
It's not.
I don't know that he's going to be able to move his feet. He might. But his point was like, little Mikey White never asked him to do that.
No, he's also not as disciplined as Felix is. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Guy was perpetually in foul trouble for Georgia. Also got ejected from a few games for some pretty violent fouls, some F2s. So
really,
yeah. Now again,
Barnes can coach that.
I would think so. But
Barnes likes his guys to play with an edge.
I think that's part of the allure of coming into this program right now. Look, Barnes might soften a little bit on taking a guy, and I think we did this with Connect to spectacular results of, okay, I'll take a guy whose previous tape doesn't necessarily show the defensive intensity that I'm going to demand here. But you recruit offense and you coach defense. And I think as long as you're up front with these guys, it's like, look, man, we know you're not Jemai Mashak, and that's okay. But our standard here is a little bit different than it is at Belmont, a little bit different than it is at Georgia. And we don't, it's not an option. Defensive effort is not, take a play off here if you make a big dunk there, kind of catch your breath. It's every single possession, no exceptions. This is the standard. We get after it. We go balls out 110% every single time. And if you don't do that, you're going to be sitting on the bench. That's just how it is. And it's not going to change whether you're Dalton Connect or Grant Hurst. So, I think some guys kind of like Jalen Carey talked about, he wanted to be a part of that. He wanted to be pushed. He wanted a coach that was going to push him to his limit and get the absolute most out of him. So, I think Tennessee's got a lot to sell. And then just, especially these Georgia guys, you get to the tournament, but you don't stick around. Maybe Tyler Tanner is thinking about this. It sure would be nice to go to a school that's made 3 Elite Eights in a row. Maybe I'm the guy that can get them over the hump.
Boy, he's really rewritten the book on himself, hasn't he, Barnes, as far as his March, his lack of success in March.
I think I shared with you that piece, that video from Gary Parrish talking about his perception of him. He had been not highly critical, but critical of Barnes as a coach. But he said it's ironic to him that in his 70s, late 60s and 70s, this might be his best coaching performances of all. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I have continued to be amazed at how well a coach that's, in the twilight of his career, how he's been able to navigate and adjust and evolve how he operates and does things with relation to how kids are now, NIL, the transfer portal, all that stuff. When a lot of his contemporaries, like Jay Wright, he's on TV now. All these guys are retiring rather than deal with this stuff. And Barnes seems to be thriving.
Barnes took a lot of criticism when he first got here for letting his assistants to do most of the recruiting. But I think that's part of, he's been able to insulate himself from some of the more unappealing aspects of being a head coach just by having a really good staff and having guys like Justin Gainey and Greg Polinsky on his staff. Somebody on this is a texter from the 270 says, what about Rodney Terry, the former Texas coach? Would he be a good fit for the Vols assistant job? That's the kind of guy I think that we'll go after. Maybe, a veteran coach, because Barnes delegates. And I think when you do that, a guy like Danny Hurley, he's delegating. He's got guys who will break down film and everything for him, but he's in the trenches 24/7, right? You hear about, I saw Rick Barnes at Pete's. I saw him at the sandwich shop or whatever. He was doing Barnes has enough time away to where he's
got a good quality of life.
And he does that by having these elite assistants that he trusts with his program that do a really good job.
That's why we're usually ready to play and are really successful in March now, though.
I do think I don't know if there's a great way to say this, but you got 5 assistants, and with Justin Gainey leaving, only one of those is a minority in Amaro Morgan. So like people saying, would we bring Matt McMahon in here? I think you have to have more diversity on your staff than that these days, right? And I'm not listen. I'm a big it's a meritocracy type thing, but you see this in football and basketball, right? You can't have an all white staff.
No.
So I mean
just like the averages shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
So is that a consideration? I don't know. They would never say that, but I would imagine that is a consideration with this opening.
Got some more updates on the Roberto's vindication effort.
Oh yeah.
Well,
we're going to be tracking this now. This is what we're doing.
Really?
No, this hopefully puts a bow on it. The guy who put the hashtag Roberto's vindication said that was created by me. I have never met Roberto. So he said that, and then another person at a
sounds like something Roberto would tell him to say.
Yeah.
Quite and honestly. Somebody else at a different number in the 423 said, and I quote, "I'm no Roberto fan, but I do remember him wanting Schnall as head coach."
He very well may have. All I said yesterday was I distinctly remember it being like,
you were very skeptical of Roberto's claim.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can put
in my defense, Roberto claims a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. I've said before, like you and Roberto, the reason you guys butt heads is like you're essentially the same guy.
And I think you're completely full of crap. But
well, that's what I'm saying. You and Roberto, and I love you both.
Yeah,
are completely full of crap. And so,
no offense to Roberto, I find that very insulting.
The BS meter, like, is going off. Like when you two are, it's like just opposite ends of the magnet, but you're just repulsed by each other.
Keep on talking. I find this very insulting.
I'm sorry. It's not meant to be. That's
your personal opinion.
I like you both.
I don't care.
But
if you, like
you are
me
the
or
same.
not.
You are the same. You don't care if I like you. Yes, you do. Everybody wants to be liked.
I used to care. I don't really anymore.
I'm just saying, like you and Roberto.
I think that you're full of crap sometimes in your evaluations.
Okay, Roberto and you have more in common than you have apart. I'm trying to bring you guys together here, but this is what I'm talking about. Like you just won't. You won't take it.
I'm Palestine. He's Israel. It's never going to happen.
No, you're both.
Don't tell me what I am.
You're both Uzbekistan.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to put like I said, bring this whole thing to a close.
I'm sure you were, Bob.
No, I'm serious.
Now you're mad at him?
Well, he's got a big paddle he walks around with. He stirs everything up.
Calm down. It's okay.
Come on.
We're being nice to you. I know you don't like it, but
what'd you say? Smooth what?
He's a smooth operator.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take that as a compliment. By the way, back to the news at hand. Landon Kelly on the live chat says, "I'd give Tyler Tanner $3 million and not think about it again." I would say that is not going to be enough, brother.
He's not picking up the phone for $3 million.
No.
Let's get some random guy in here. Rando, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio.
And see, this is exactly why DR would do this for free, just to kick the anthill, just to shake up the ant farm and watch everybody scurry. That's why DR would do this. You know that. He'd do it for free for the satisfaction. And then he'll listen to the podcast on repeat.
Never underestimate the psychopathy of the drive's callers. I've said that a million times.
That's correct. So I think our top target's already on campus, and it's not the guy from Belmont, guys. If Nate Amen is going to fall out of the top 13, okay, his first-year contract is about $4.3 million. I looked it up. He's guaranteed a contract of 4 years at a total of about $24 to $27 million. Why don't you just throw $6 million at Amen next year with the Adidas money coming in and just say, guy, look, you're already here, and we can get you to a top 10 pick. Because Amen, if he comes back another year of bulking up, an offseason in the weight room, another year of progressing, he'll be a top 5 pick next year as a sophomore. What do you guys think about that?
We've been talking about it for a little while. I don't disagree with that sentiment. I think it's going to be, I just think it's going to be hard. I still think he's going to net out somewhere near the top 10. And if that's the case, I think he's gone. I really believe that. And another thing I said yesterday, Rando, is the one thing we can't measure is the relationship and the depth of the relationship he has with Barnes. I mean, that may be what the determining factor is here. And if that's the case, I'd put my bet on Rick, but I don't know, man. I'm still not very, I think I don't see him staying.
Neither do I. Rando, would you say, but if we can fantasize for just a minute.
Yes.
Starting five of Tyler Tanner, Bishop Boswell, Estrella, Evans, and Nate Ament. Is that enough?
Swap out Estrella for Phillips, and I would take it in a heartbeat. Yes, I would be good with that lineup. I'd put Cade Phillips in there over Estrella. Guys, I know we're up against top of the hour, so I will close it out. But I will just say, if I'm Barnes, I'm reminding him about Jalen Johnson, Kennedy Chandler, and all the one and dones that went to Tennessee and never made it.
Thanks, Rando. Appreciate the phone call. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next. Stay with us.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio, and time for the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. Final day of their free stump grinding promotion. Got just a few more hours till the close of business to take advantage. I'll tell you about it one last time after the Top 4 at 4. Walker, what you got?
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, Tennessee baseball looks to rebound after a rough weekend in Nashville, with Austin Peay coming to Lindsey Nelson Stadium for a one-game midweek matchup. First pitch is at 6 o'clock and is streaming on SEC Network Plus.
You want to walk back anything you've said over the past, Bob, 5 to 7 days about the baseball team? I feel like you might be overreacting a little bit.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
What specifically?
Just the fact that you think that Elander's done.
I never said that.
Whatever hyperbolic statements you made during voluntary reaction about the season being, Tennessee baseball's done.
I said that our program is neutered, and I'm not going to walk that back because I've watched the games. I know what I'm looking at, and we're not playing well. We're 3-6. We just got swept by a mediocre Vandy team. Our power numbers are way down across the board. Our pitching numbers are not as good. Pitching has been good enough, but it's not what it traditionally has been. And I think we have one of the 10 or so most talented rosters in baseball. We are not producing at the level that we should be. So we can debate whether that's laid at the feet of the coaches or the players or some combination of the two. But no, I don't walk anything back. It's not acceptable, man. This isn't what we signed up for when we gave Josh Elander this job.
At number 2, a key member of the Vols coaching staff returned to spring practice today. Defensive line coach Rodney Garner had, quote, a planned medical procedure that kept him sidelined for the first 9 spring camp practices, but returned to the field today to run drills.
He had a cane, what I saw. Like one of those canes with like the 4 posts at the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Like an old man, like a
with the tennis balls at the bottom?
I don't know if it had tennis balls on it, but it was the I'm here to get my Jell-O at S&S cafeteria pole. I don't know what he had an operation. I'm guessing it was hip or knee related. Total guess. I might be wrong, but it seems like one of those things where it's like, man, I hope it gets better. He's only got a few more spring practices, and then he's got full summer to. But Rodney's about 60 now. Those injuries don't.
No, he's older than that.
They don't heal. Yeah, they don't heal like they did when you were, 40 even, let alone 20.
No.
Yeah, he was struggling out there.
At number 3, Florida basketball's 7'9" center Olivier Rioux is planning to enter the transfer portal when it opens up. Rioux has been with the Gators program for the last 2 seasons, and he took a redshirt year during the first half of the year on campus before playing 11 games this past season.
There's been a couple people on the live chat saying, maybe we should get him. And it's like, no. That's my opinion. Of course, it's, but
can't move.
No, Florida's losing all their bigs, all of them. And so now he's going to leave. That just tells me Golden might have been like, hey, buddy, there's not going to be much room for you.
Probably. He's there for 2 years and couldn't see the floor.
Right.
So I do think somebody will take a chance on him and try what is basically the basketball equivalent of my sumo wrestler goalie theory in hockey, where you just put him in front of the rim and don't let anybody shoot layups or dunk.
Nope. Just hope he can get up and down the floor in time.
You could basically make him like, if you ever saw that movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson.
It's on the list.
Remember the Chief?
Juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit. Yeah. And like he would just walk like up and down the court just in a straight line from basket to basket, block shot, walk down to the other, catch pass, put in basket. I think Olivier Roux could do that.
Does he even really need to go down to the other end of the offensive end? Stay down here. We'll play
Just let
4-on-5
the
on
team
offense. Just go out and really spend on some shooters.
I think you teach him to run and you just throw him alley-oops all day. He doesn't even have to jump to catch it.
No. Just stands on, doesn't even have to stand on his tippy toes and just drops it in.
He's like 7'9"?
7'9".
Magic Mike says, bet that big guy goes to Purdue since we play them next year. He'll go there, put on 100 pounds, and become a force in a first-round draft pick.
Well, here's the deal. Purdue's already got that Daniel Jacobson kid who's 7'4", and then they've got another 7-footer coming in out of high school next year. So there's no room.
No room.
And this kid's not skilled, man. He's just not. I mean,
he's just 7'9".
7'9". It's crazy. Micah Handlogden, who's 7 foot. They showed a picture of those two talking, and Handlogden looks like he's about 6'4" compared to him.
I'd always worry about the other thing. I mean, those super, super tall people, a lot of times they'll have a habit of just keeling over and dropping dead.
No, what is it? Marfans or whatever?
Marfan,
they talk about.
At number 4, there are some good pitching matchups today across the MLB as the Aces, or some of them, get set to start for the second time. Shane McClanahan takes the mound against Brandon Woodruff with the Rays and the Brewers facing off. Boston's Brian Bayo plays the Astros' Hunter Brown. Bears, Yankees, and Max Fried go up against Logan Gilbert and the Mariners. And Shohei Ohtani makes his first start this year against Tanner Bybee and the Guardians.
One to keep an eye on, too, is this guy was so highly regarded, but he's been hurt for like 3 years now. Andrew Painter for the Phillies. He's pitching tonight.
Yeah, he's a guy to watch. Another guy to watch. I don't want him to do well today because he's playing the Reds, but Bubba Chandler for the Pirates is another prospect who's looking like he could be pretty good. Makes his first start today.
I'll be watching the Jose Suarez experience tonight.
There you go.
Bravos.
Jose sounds awfully excited about it.
Are y'all getting ready to break out like almost a baby blue alternate?
Yeah, the City Connect uniforms debuted today.
It's maybe one shade off of Summit Blue when I first glanced at it, at least.
It's basically the jerseys they were wearing in the early 80s when
Powder Blue,
Bob Horner, that group was Dale Murphy. Those guys were playing.
Murph.
Walker, you might have mentioned it and I didn't catch it. That Shohei's.
Yes, he is making his first start against the Guardians. Probably just going to, this is the first year and probably 3 or 4. He's going to be set to pitch like 150 innings. So you can just go ahead and give him the MVP now. Just don't even need to talk about it.
I think it was Murphy gave the command to start the engines at the IndyCar race a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I was listening to it. I was driving back from Louisville. And
it was the most uninspiring start your engines ever.
It was terrible.
You're listening to the IndyCar race on radio.
Yeah.
What?
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Well, there was nothing else going on. The basketball games weren't on yet, and I was almost home.
Are you talking about Sirius?
Yeah, it was on satellite radio.
You just listened to some tunes at that point.
I'd done that.
Listened to a race?
I'd already done that too. I was like, I'm in a fantasy league for IndyCar
for
racing.
Open wheel racing.
Yeah.
An IndyCar fantasy league?
Yep.
That's the one fantasy league. I'm a little disappointed you didn't. I didn't get the call up for that fantasy league.
Yeah, I didn't think to, but I'm sorry. I could have done that. We only had like 10, 11 people in it. It's not that big of a group, as you could imagine. there's not that many people interested. Yeah,
you got to search far and wide.
There's a lot of spark plugs in it. Yeah.
Really?
Racing's in our blood, man. It's where we grew up. We grew up. The roar was in our ear every month, all month long.
That's cool.
It was cool.
You gotta have respect for your homeland from where you came from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. All right, folks. Again, this is the last call for the free stump grinding promotion. Really appreciate them doing this for our listeners, and mostly appreciate all our listeners who took advantage of this. I know I've talked to a bunch of y'all who did this, and I did it. Free stump grinding now through the end of the month when you call on ECR Total Landscapes. So if you call this number right now and tell them I sent you, you can go ahead and get this work on the books and get free stump grinding. You got a tree that needs to come down. Maybe it's dropping branches. Maybe one of them hit your house. Maybe you're worried about the tree falling on your house, on your neighbor's house, anything like that. Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. Tell them I sent you. They'll come out there. They'll take that tree down, and they will grind the stump for free, so you won't have that ugly stump sitting in your yard for all time. ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Use promo code FANRUN, or just call 865-384-2012. Last chance for free stump grinding at ECR Total Landscapes. Appreciate them. Shout out to Evan and Riley and the whole crew over there doing great work at ECR. Tiger Woods says that he was looking at his phone when he had the wreck last week. What do you think Tiger was doing on his phone when he's driving that car at 70 miles an hour or whatever it was?
In the neighborhood?
Yeah.
While high on hydrocodone?
With hydrocodone in his pocket, yeah. You think he's hollering at a young lady?
There's no telling.
Setting his fantasy lineup?
Might be checking his bracket and king of the brackets.
What are you doing? On your phone? You're Tiger Woods. You're impaired.
Yeah.
On your phone, just driving 70 miles. Like, you've got a history, too. You've had multiple car accidents.
Did you see the breakdown of what he had? Like 5 different things. One of the other reckless driving incidents. I mean, the guy's a menace, honestly.
I've got to believe he's just, got some of that invincibility quotient.
But he's not. Like, this is the umpteenth time.
No, I know. I'm just saying that doesn't mean that that's not what he believes.
I mean, his whole life has been a train wreck for going on 20 years now. I mean, you were married to, he was married to he completely wrecked his marriage, serial womanizer, drug addict, wrecked his career.
Tiger told authorities that he was, quote, looking down at his cell phone and changing the radio station in his SUV. So is he changing the station on the phone? Does he have one of those things? Or is he looking at his phone while he's changing the station? Because I've done that. That was one of my worst wrecks. I was on Sutherland Avenue, it was 20 years ago, and I was messing with my stupid radio. And the road was a little wet. And I'm looking at that radio, and I look up, and there's a car in front of me, and I could not stop. And there's an old lady driving it, too.
Oh, no.
She hit her head on the steering wheel, and, she had a big egg on her head. Oh, I felt so bad. I still feel bad. Yeah, it's one of maybe not the worst thing I've ever done, but, top 10. You ever had those moments in your life where you think back on it just years and years ago, and you're like, oh, God, you idiot. Why did you do these stupid moron? You just take yourself for a ride like that?
Yeah. No, Russ, I never do that.
Yeah, man.
I beg to differ.
What?
He just shouldn't. From a public safety standpoint, anybody that lives around, he shouldn't be allowed to drive.
No, I agree.
He shouldn't have a license or car keys for a while.
I agree.
Martin County Sheriff's deputy also said in an arrest affidavit that Woods was, quote, sweating profusely, and his movement was, quote, lethargic and slow.
He's all pilled up. But then that's the part of it, that he's gotten addicted to that, at least those, because of catastrophic injuries from the last
we don't know
time
he's addicted. I mean, we knew he's it sounds like I wouldn't be surprised, but we don't know that.
Rolling his car, and every time they test his blood, it's full of opiates.
Here's the thing too. I was just talking a minute ago when I was coming back from Louisville on Sunday. I got redirected by Waze and it was once I got into Tennessee, I was flying home. Everything was great. And I got into Tennessee.
You got a message, Tiger ahead.
No.
Divert.
But there was a wreck or something. And so they were going to reroute me through take the Rocky Top Tennessee exit and go through a bunch of back roads. And sure enough, it worked. I got back out to I-75 and it was wide open. But the back roads I was taking, because that's kind of mountainous terrain through there and everything.
Well, sure.
And that road was 2 lanes, one each way. And on the side, there were no rails. It was creepy, man. I mean, and I'm not drinking or under any, but I'm just thinking it's like, and that's not what he was doing on Beach Road in Jupiter. But it's like, man, if you're impaired at all, when you're down to just 1 lane on each side and there's not much on it, to protect you, that's just stupid, man. I mean, because I was worried. I had all my faculties, and I'm not going to lie, I was like driving with 2 hands on the wheel because I'm like, man, if somebody comes around a corner and kind of goes wide and pushes me, there's nothing but a big old drop off into like creeks and all this other stuff. And I'm talking big, like 20, 30 feet.
Yeah, you're probably dying.
Yeah.
This is my biggest worry as a parent.
Oh, yeah.
Is not my kid like driving. My good kids, man, I don't think they drive impaired. But that, like, them looking at their phones while they're driving. Because I know how much I do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm of the last generation that's not just permanently addicted to their phones, but my kids, like, they can't walk down the hall without a device in their hand.
True.
And the worst thing in the world I can imagine for Tiger Woods is one of the greatest golfers of all time, spending the last 30 or 40 years of his life in prison because he was pilled up, doing whatever on his phone, and he ran some old lady over and killed her.
Mm-hmm. It's dude's got so much money, so much wealth. Just get your own driver, man.
Oh, man.
It's very simple.
Let's get Polish Joe in here. Po Joe, you're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
I'm not Polish Joe.
No, you are not. You are Phil.
I wish I'd like to hear from Paul. I hadn't heard from him in a while. Hope he's all right.
Me too.
But that's y'all talking Tiger Woods. That's all that money. Don't have a chauffeur. It don't make no damn sense.
No, I mean, he said that he does. Well, he didn't say this, but there was a report yesterday that it's because of privacy. I guess he didn't want to see his driver, him doing pills, or who he's with. I don't know. Like, is he still Tiger Woods? Is he still picking up ladies? Doesn't want the president hearing word that he's cheating on his daughter or whatever?
Oh, Lord.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. Who are we going to get in the portal?
Who we going to get? Who do you want, Phil? What's your number one desire for Tennessee basketball in the portal right now?
You said Juke Harris is in the portal?
That's what I hear, yeah.
He'd be the number one get right there.
I did not realize, Phil. I thought, I'm familiar with his work and everything, but I've never paid that much attention. I thought he was like a 6'2", 6'3" guard. He's 6'7". Had no idea.
So how much is a kid from Vanderbilt, if he were to leave Vanderbilt and hit the open market, how much is that kid going to command?
4+, maybe 5.
Juke Harris, 6'7", 200-pound sophomore from Wake Forest, averaged 21.4 points, 6.5 rebounds per game for the Deacons this year. Only shot 30% from three-point range. Actually shot 33% from three-point range, 44% from the field. Poor Steve Forbes. I feel sorry for him, losing a great player.
Well, that'd take care of your three-man problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure would.
And then if this guy from Belmont, to get him, that'd be your 2 guard, wouldn't it? Then you need a point guard.
Yeah.
Phil, would you be satisfied with a starting lineup next year of Tyler Tanner, Bishop Boswell in the backcourt, Amari Evans and Nate Ament in the front court with Estrella at center. Would you roll with that?
If you get Tyler Tanner, but I think that's a pipe dream, I think.
What's bigger pipe dream, Tyler Tanner or Ament coming back?
Ament.
I think it's a better chance of Ament coming back and getting Tyler Tanner. He's a Vandy guy. Everybody says he was a Tennessee fan when he was growing up. I don't see how it's possible when his parents are Vanderbilt fans.
Bring him home.
What would you do if I told you that maybe there's been some conversation?
Well, I've heard that too. But of course, that outfit that's peddling him, they're known to get money, so he's going to get him a big payday wherever he goes, or somebody like Duke or North Carolina come calling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think
he looks like a Carolina player to me.
We got to think about all of that, man. We sit here and think like, yeah, we got a commitment. We're going to spend more money, all this other stuff. But, man, so are these other schools.
Yeah, but couldn't you just see that kid in North Carolina uniform?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, he's better than the one that transferred to Michigan.
I mean,
hands down better.
We talked about this yesterday. If somehow he came to Tennessee, Phil, can you remember a better point guard being here?
Wow.
Chandler's the only thing I can compare to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tanner, is he going to go to the NBA? Or is that a possibility? Or is it?
Now, he's said that he's already announced he's planning on staying in school, but he didn't say he's staying at Vandy.
How tall is he?
I don't know. Probably 6'1". It's not that big. But, I mean, he's athletic. I've seen him dunk and other stuff. So, how tall was Chandler, Phil?
6 foot flat.
Or 6 foot?
Yeah.
I mean,
not tall enough, evidently.
Right underneath.
I'm not taking a shot. I'm just like, that's the reason. The only reason I could come up with that he hasn't been able to stick in the NBA.
Yeah, well, you don't see many short ones in the NBA anymore.
No.
That's just the way it is. But we need a point guard regardless. That's the key to the whole recruiting class. You can sign all the players you want. If you don't have a point guard, you can go above Sweet 16 probably. I mean, we were lucky we got a good draw this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm wondering, I asked you the question, is that lineup I put forth good enough with Tanner and Ament? Like, they're great players. Are they enough to carry three other guys that are average, good college players, but guys who are not going to play in the NBA?
I would say, what if you had Tanner, Ament, Lundblade, and you got Bishop coming off the bench? That's different.
And who's your center? Estrella's your center?
Yeah, that's what Russ was saying.
Although a great point guard would make Estrella a lot better than he really is now. Although Estrella's going to have to work a little bit harder because he don't run up and down the court too quick. I mean, when he was a freshman, he was running up and down the court. Is he stiff or something from these injuries he's had?
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, he's had feet issues. He had a knee problem. He has been banged up. I mean, there's a part of me it's like would love to see what JP Estrella looks like next season with a full off season, or he's not sitting out workouts.
I feel like we say this about this guy every year, though.
Well,
we have the same conversation because every year he's gotten hurt.
But last year was only his second off season, so like it's becoming a pattern now. Can he get out of that pattern?
Yeah. We are lucky leaving and blowing up somewhere else.
I mean, that's what you don't want to see happen.
Yeah. But I think $1.5 million for him is paying too much.
I just worry somebody's gonna offer something like that. It may not be us, but I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, I bet Surreal will end up at Kentucky or Arkansas. I mean, because I don't think we want to get in a bidding war with Arkansas.
Yeah, he's going to be attractive, man. Just because people were probably watching too. What we've drawn the comparisons to Felix, the way Cyril plays, and Felix really emerged here the last couple of weeks of the season. So, I mean, that there's value when you've got that kind of athleticism underneath. I don't know.
I mean, I'd be surprised if Cyril can guard on the perimeter as good as Akpar.
Well, he led the American block shots, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, and Barnes would probably upgrade his defensive ability than it was Georgia. Georgia, they ain't playing no defense at all down there.
No.
I didn't play much offense either. What is Mike White's offensive and defensive identity?
It's a joke is what it is.
Joke!
It's Jerry Greenball.
Just roll it out there?
Throw it out there and let him play street ball.
Little Mikey White in his size medium dress shirt with a super cuts haircut.
Speaking of schmediums, man, TJ Otzelberg.
Oh.
It's like he looked like he was going to pop.
He did. We popped him.
Well, yeah.
Stuck a needle in his belly.
Pop. One of my friends I was watching the game with said, I bet that guy's got horrible gas.
What?
That totally makes sense.
Why? Because
he just has a constipated look on his face all the time.
Sweaty looking and red. Yeah.
You think Danny White is going to take any heat from this Lady Vol stuff that's going on over there?
I mean, there's people out there that are hot with him now.
Yeah, I see on their message boards they're real hot. And the baseball people aren't very happy about what's going on either.
If you were his boss, would you fire him or keep him, Phil?
Who? Kim Caldwell?
Oh, Danny White.
I don't want. I want him. I'd like to see him go myself. But I hope he's not here when Barnes retires because I don't want him to make the next basketball hire because he'll destroy Tennessee basketball.
You want him to fire Kim Caldwell?
He might as well. It's the Diamond cast. She's a dead woman walking right now.
Phil, thanks. You have a unique ability to get right to the heart of the matter.
I agree with him. I agree with him, honestly.
That Danny White would ruin our basketball program?
No, about Kim.
I kind of agree with him.
That's a loser situation, as one of the callers said at some point.
I kind of agree with him about whoever comes after Barnes.
That was a caller's wife.
Wife.
Please
yes.
be accurate. Stay with us. The Drive continues. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Citizens National Bank. Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go. Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio. Tennessee baseball coming up in an hour and a half at Lindsey Nelson Stadium against Austin Peay. Obviously, a game you do not want to lose. Tennessee has not lost one of these midweek games yet, but it seems to be epidemic around the league. Lineup is out tonight, and some interesting changes. Garrett Wright leading off. He will catch for the first time this year. Obviously, the injury to Stone Lawless, a lot of people thought maybe it's going to be Clark or Grinlinger behind the plate. Garrett Wright gets his first start behind the dish tonight for the Vols. Bladen Brown hitting second left field. Ford is the DH tonight, hitting third. Blake Grimmer plays third base tonight. I mean, he has started all over the place now. First, second, and third now. Chapman hitting fifth, playing right. Marin hitting sixth, playing short. Tyler Myatt making his third start in a row, I believe, at second base. Clark playing first, hitting eighth. And Abernathy back in the lineup today, hitting ninth, playing center field.
Good to see Jay getting back in it. I don't hate batting him ninth, even if it's down there. Let him figure it out. It's also, he's so fast, you can bat him double leadoff in that spot if you get in that position.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I hate it.
He was our leadoff man at one point.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
for a while. He has one hit in 20 conference at-bats. He has one hit and one walk.
Not good. Not very good.
In 20 at-bats.
That won't get the job done.
Who do you think, and I know you guys haven't watched every game, who do you think our highest on-base percentage guy is in conference play?
In conference play, I'd say Ford.
Nope.
Oh.
He's actually like pretty far down the list.
Yes, he just hits. He doesn't really walk.
Yeah,
he doesn't walk.
It surprised me too. He's 295 OBP.
Was it Stone?
No.
Manny?
Is there a minimum of at-bats we're talking about here or no?
Reese Chapman.
For qualifiers, I think it's 20 at-bats. Abernathy is the lowest among those qualifiers, 095.
It's not Blaine Brown because he's had some bad skids.
Is it Grimmer?
Grimmer at 467, which is a damn good on-base percentage.
Yeah, that's really good. Dang near half the time.
But I wouldn't, because I feel like I watched 10 games where he was batting leadoff and he never got on. Like the one hit he had a couple of big hits at Vanderbilt, but the one to walk off the midweek game last week. But yeah, 11 walks and 9 hits, 33 at bats for Blake Grimmer. So I might keep him up there. The second highest on base percentage is Reese Chapman at 429. The third highest is Levi Clark.
Yeah.
It might be time to move him back to the heart of the order.
Yeah, I think so. He had such a rough start at the beginning of the year that I guess Nylander is making sure before he makes any drastic changes. But, in part of him getting better, a lot of the other top guys have gotten worse. So naturally, you should just move him up there to maybe a 4 or 5 spot.
I guess you worry.
Get on base.
I guess you worry, like if you move him back up, does the pressure get there? And now all of a sudden he's trying too hard, and
I wonder if that's what happened with Abernathy. That's what was like.
But he was in we had a lineup at one point in one of the first games of the season where it was Ford leading off, Brown hitting second, and then Levi third or Levi in the cleanup, something like that. And then, Levi struggled so much they had to move him down. I almost wonder if he's one of your dudes. He's still a big league prospect. Maybe just put him back up there and ride with him.
I don't hate it. I think the only reason he wouldn't is just because he doesn't want to move other guys down, like Bear said. Kind of keep it, keep everyone's confidence up.
I wonder if they'd just not pushed Abernathy up to lead off, if he would have had as rough a season. I don't know. So much to hitting sometimes I feel like comes down to just the mental aspect of it. And once you get in your head,
And I feel like Tony was so good at just emanating confidence. And guys were just like, he just made guys expect to hit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a big piece of what we're missing. I don't know how you do that if you're Elander, like how you create an intangible that maybe you don't naturally have.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. Hey, I got a DM last night on Twitter. It was a question for you, Russell.
Okay.
From a big fan of the drive, Jess, he's a podcast listener. But basically, he wants to know if you can he wanted your opinion. He thought Josh Elander was a hitting coach under Tony. So why is the hitting getting so bad?
That's a great question.
Probably,
I don't know.
Probably because Elander can't. Maybe it's because he's not the full-time hitting coach anymore, and he's juggling everything. And I don't know. I mean, who is the hitting coach now? Is it the guy from Florida that they brought in? Is he the hitting coach, or is he just an assistant?
Assistant head coach, or
I'm trying not to press the panic button here because I do hear. Listen, we get so much feedback on the show, and a lot of it around baseball is negative right now. But there's also some, hey, pump the brakes. The 2023 team started off 5-10 in conference play.
Got swept by Missouri.
Yeah, we made it to Omaha. It's a long season. You got to give the guys a chance, and that stuff is true too. But again, the Vitello factor. It's kind of like, who was the coach who said, it might have been Bruce Pearl. Buzz Peterson was like, I need a recruiting coordinator or something, somebody who can run the shit. Bruce Pearl came in there and the media was asking him, are you going to have a recruiting coordinator on your staff? And he said, I'm the recruiting coordinator. Like I'm the head coach. Like they come to play for me. Yes, I'll have guys that help with recruiting, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that runs recruiting here. And I feel like Vitello is like, yeah, he might have had a hitting coach, but he was the hitting coach. Right. Like everything came from him and his attitude, pitching as well. And to me, I never played baseball at that level. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I've watched a lot of these games, most of them. And the one thing that I feel is just missing is attitude.
Swag.
Plain and simple, just attitude. And I see we look low energy. We look lackadaisical. We just look like we don't have a fire under us, which is something that we had come to take for granted the past couple of years.
Well, not the correlation, causation, all that, but wouldn't you say that, or I would say that the fact that they are struggling to hit is kind of keeping that fire from coming out if it's there? Like the fact that they've struggled across the lineup.
I think it's all contagious.
And they've had they just got walked off 3 straight games. Like how demoralizing do you think that is for a team like that? No wonder we're not seeing a whole lot of fire.
And going beyond just the joking about it, like I'm starting to wonder if he really should be in the dugout. That's getting to be a thing for me.
I heard Tony had Chris Burke on today, and Burke brought up an interesting point. We all know this. I mean, Elander was the hitting coach, and in the 2020s, Tennessee's had like 100 more home runs than their opponents in the SEC. And so you're like, what's gone wrong? Well, it's a very new lineup. First of all, that's one thing. And but I do think when that stuff's not happening, I do agree. It kind of you lose some of your edge, man. You might recoil a little more than you normally do because it's not going that well.
Look, is it oversimplifying it? Maybe, but the two things we did under Tony Vitello was we threw really hard and we hit really hard. And that was by design. Like, they recruited the hardest throwers they could find. And our guy Logan Quinton has talked about this, like their whole hitting program. It's not like Little League where it's just, all right, it's your turn to hit. Like, no, they have science about it. And those guys are programmed to murder the ball, like to swing. There's no such thing as, oh, choke up on it and swing for contact. It's like, no, you got 3 chances to hit the ball to the damn moon. So like that's what that team was built to do. And we were always, the past couple of years, even the years we didn't go to Omaha, one of the top home run teams. We have 41 homers in 28 games.
This is technically, I mean, this is Tony's team. He brought all these guys in.
Contrast that with Georgia leads the nation with 85 homers, which is insane. Like they're on track to challenge LSU's record.
Yeah.
From back in the day. I mean, they're doing kind of what we used to do. Vanderbilt is set. Look at the gap, though, between Georgia first at 85 homers. Number 2 is Vandy at 62.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 23 home run gap. I mean, Georgia is murdering the ball this year.
Down there in Georgia.
But even like A&M's hit 53. Georgia Tech's hit 54. Walker's boys, Arizona State's hit 54. We've hit 41. We're just not hitting the ball over the fence. It used to be what our program was built around.
And who knows? I mean,
go ahead.
It's a long season, you know. People have brought it up before, like this is kind of shades of the 23 team that started off pretty slow in SEC play. And maybe eventually the bats will wake up. And, you know, when it gets hotter, some of those fly balls that stop at the warning track do go over the fence.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, now that, like, if this were to continue over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks at home with warmer weather and knowing that it's especially once it warms up and it starts blowing out down there.
Look, this is all, to me, sounds like wishful thinking because we were always leading these numbers before, when it was cold anyway. So I hope you guys are right. Now, the good thing is, You have an opportunity this weekend with LSU coming in, and this isn't your dad. They're going through a lot of the same things we are. They are unranked as well. They also have hit 41 home runs, just like us. So their power numbers are way down. You win this series, that will quell some of the criticism and get some people back on the bandwagon, I think. But if you don't, and this thing continues to flounder and you're giving up big innings and you're not having big innings, you're not hitting the ball over the fence, I start to wonder, what is attendance going to look like here as the weather warms up?
I was going to say, do we think it's as easy as if Tennessee wins the series against LSU, or maybe, wishful thinking, but sweeps them is all forgiven? Does everybody be like, okay, we're back on track?
I don't think all's forgiven. If you sweep them, I think people will kind of have be, you'll jump out of your seat like, oh man, we might be back. If you win the series, it's not like all's forgiven, but it's like, okay, let's go. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Like, finally, we beat a decent team. Let's go. Let's keep it going. And let's get back to playing the kind of baseball. It's not just about wins and losses, right? It's style points matter. Mm-hmm. In this sport, let's get back to hitting the ball over the fence, flipping the damn bat, striking out and pointing at the guy, taunting him as he goes back to the dugout. And I said, we're neutered, man. Let's get our cojones back.
Yeah. And also the timing of this series, like basketball just ended. Falls fans are going to look towards this baseball team to see if now can I pay attention to this baseball team? Is it worth paying attention to? And this LSU series comes right at that critical time where if we don't perform, a lot of people might be like, oh, well, football's in 5 months. Time to go look at some of that stuff and follow spring practice. Like, they got to put on a show this weekend to keep people invested.
865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon. 865-966-3435. If you want to chime in, would love to hear from you today. When we continue, we'll check in on King of the Brackets. The Brackets. Brought to you by Crown Cleaners. Who's ready to hold the scepter? We'll let you know with 3 games remaining. Coming up next year on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
Since the 1960s, Crown Cleaners has provided imperial service for all of your dry cleaning needs. With unwavering attention to detail and customer care, Crown continues to earn the trust of yet another generation of citizens in Knoxville. They also provide free pickup and delivery of dry cleaning, laundry, and alteration services. So find a location near you at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, Knoxville's choice for dry cleaning for over 40 years.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012. And our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues on a Tuesday afternoon, wrapping up the month of March. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you. Walker Smith in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios, taking your phone calls, 865-966-3435. Of the 400 or so contestants this year in King of the Brackets. We are winding on down with only 3 games left. Right now, DKA Bath, DeKalbath, is number 1. He's got Arizona winning it all. So if the Wildcats win it, I think that's going to be your champion. Now, Jason Garner is in second place. A past king of the bracket. He's good at this. He's got UConn winning it all. So he's still alive. In third place, it's Big Wayne's winners. He's got Michigan winning it all. So any 3 of those guys could win it. Tony Vols 98 and BMB are tied at 4th. They've got Michigan and Arizona respectively. So it's wide open. Heading into championship weekend, I'm in 81st place. Not bad out of 500. Could be worse.
No, my bracket stinks.
Where are you at?
God knows where. I haven't even looked. It's so bad.
I'm 243rd.
I'm probably lower.
don't know where I was.
243, huh?
Yeah. And more importantly, where are you guys at in the fan run?
Probably the bottom.
I think Walker's in last.
Yep.
The fan run.
Appreciate Crowd Cleaners for sponsoring our King of the Brackets challenge. The brackets. Check out Crowd Cleaners wherever you are. You've got dirty clothes. They need to be cleaned. You've got a curtain, something that needs to be steamed, a bedspread, dress shirt. You got that dress shirt, that nasty yellow ring around the collar. What are you doing wearing that? You're not fooling anybody. Get that thing over to Crowd Cleaners and let them clean it up for you this afternoon. I go to the location on Bearden Hill. They've also got one on South North Shore Drive. Check them out. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Crown Cleaners. Online at crowncleaners.com.
Walker, you're tied for last in the fan run thing with Bubba.
At least someone's as bad as me.
Bubba is with you.
Not very good.
Magic Mike in the text box says, I've got an issue with these former baseball players coming out and chirping at the fans. There are a lot of fans that are paying good money to watch this crap product and the bad decision currently being made. If they want to talk about internet trolls or whatever, that's fine. But they use the word fans, and it kind of lumps everyone in it together. I've seen that now. Drew Beam, I guess, has been out there clapping back at fans a little bit. Kavaris Tears, I think, as well.
Well, I mean, Drew replied to a Tennessee fan that said that it's obvious who's been a Tennessee baseball fan for 5 minutes versus 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drew was one. He listed off all the, what went wrong in 2023, the sweeps, the back-to-back sweeps in conference, our horrible conference record. So
he might be right. I hope he is.
I didn't feel like Drew Beam was calling out the fans.
No, he was just saying,
season.
he pointed to the season where we went to the College World Series, didn't win it, but we were at 1.5-10 in conference.
I hate it because it is a prominent sign on the failing coach checklist. Right?
Yeah.
What's that?
When the former players come to their coach's aid, we have seen this happen several times. Fulmer and Pearl and whatever. Like guys say, "Oh no!" When the players start chirping at the fans online, that's a bad sign. I'm not saying Elanders failed, that it's over yet, but you never want to be here this early.
No, you don't. But I mean, we've had some bad luck this year. We've had 4 one-run loss games. Just kind of snake bit. There's no excuse for what happened this past weekend. This is the first time I've really been irritated. But it's also the most watched. So,
do we play Kentucky and do we know in Knoxville?
Yes. No, we got to go
Lexington.
up there.
Oh God.
Yeah.
When's that?
Oh my God.
It's later.
Get to play that funky bunch of
the guys with their green hair and the cheerleading routines and their small ball and all that stuff.
Yep.
Oh man,
it just feels like that could be an ambush.
Here's another thing, man. Year. We have been the bully of this league for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And now, teams are not going to take it easy on us.
No.
It's not going to be like, oh, we beat you. Nice try. We'll see you later. They are going to rub our noses in it and make us lick the white dog poop.
By the way, Tony got his first win last night.
He did.
He's a major league manager.
I guess were you in the group? Cody texted from California a picture of a TV in a bar he was at, and it was Tony.
Yeah, I'm not in that.
No.
He was talking about how weird it is seeing Tony all over TV out there.
Let's go back to the phones and talk to Roberto. Good afternoon, Roberto. You're on the drive.
Hey, guys. As a victim of a Kavaris clapback, I wanted to phone in once I heard you talk. I mean, all I said was it's become evident in this weekend. Now, Grinlinger being a notable exception at this point, because he did exactly what it took Stone Lawless catching one to the orbital for him to get in the game. But I said it's become evident that we don't have a lot of guys that can hit to the opposite field. In the last 5 years, we've had 2 or more guys that can consistently hit to the opposite field. Nothing of that is derogatory. just reporting. And he's like, you do it. That's literally what he clapped back. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not an SEC level baseball player. Never have been.
Don't sell yourself short, Roberto. You're scrappy. You could get in there, choke up on the bat, and lay one down the third base line. Now, you might pass out halfway to first base and crumple over in a heap, but we'd come scoop you up off the field.
I could be like Sonny DeShera maybe and just hit it off the Oppo fence and get to first, maybe. Sucking wind. Remember Sonny D?
Oh, yeah.
Fat slob.
So
he hit, though.
Hey, personal appearance is not show fodder. So
he was a fat slob. He admitted that. He said I'm a fat slob on national television.
So Kavares Tears took you for a ride on Twitter, Roberto?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. He's just all he popped off was you do it. Basically.
That's pretty good.
I'm
actually.
like, no,
no.
I mean that for me, that's the players clapping at fans. I pay a lot of money to go over there, by the way. I'm not going tonight just because we got some family stuff. But, like, I go to a lot of baseball games and paid a lot of money to be at a lot of games over the last 10 years, even when they sucked.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, and it's like, well, you can't do it, so you don't get to have an opinion. The hell with that. That's not fair. And I didn't found that what I said was very derisive in any way. It's just, this is something I'm observing.
Well, this team needs a Kavares Tears and a Drew Beam. Wrap up, Roberto.
Absolutely. The end of it is we got to have some guys that hit opposite field. If we get that, we might start scoring some runs. But we can't score.
Yeah, thanks, Roberto. I appreciate it. I agree with that. I mean, we have been shifted to death. Yeah. Like, Blaine Brown cannot hit the ball anywhere other than right field. Stay with us. Actually, he did have an opposite field home run the other day, didn't he? Maybe he's learning. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio, and it's time for the Top 5 at 5. Brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Walker, what you got?
At number 1, Tennessee baseball looks to rebound after a rough weekend in Nashville, with Austin Peay coming to Lindsey Nelson Stadium for a one-game midweek matchup. First pitch is at 6 p.m. and is streaming on SEC Network Plus. Freshman Ethan Bioto gets the start, who has pitched just 5 innings this season.
Yeah, a lot of baseball talk in the second half of hour number 2 on the show today. You go back and we kind of peeled back some layers of the onion there, but suffice it to say, Vols need to win tonight and just desperate for some conference wins at this point after getting swept at Vandy over the weekend.
At number 2, Tennessee football's pro day for last year's departing players was earlier today over at the football facility. Notable participants working out includes quarterback Joey Aguilar, wide receiver Chris Brazel, defensive back Colton Hood, and DB Jermod McCoy, who is working out for the first time since tearing his ACL a year ago. He ran reportedly a 4.38 40 with a 38-inch vertical and a 6'7" broad jump.
Jermod McCoy might have made some money today.
Might have.
Good for him.
He absolutely made some money today.
Who else worked out at Pro Day? Do we have any other guys? Hood run?
There was a whole list of
slew.
dudes. I can find the whole list.
Yeah, we'll go.
But yeah, it was Colton, all the big guys.
Josephs.
Yeah. Give me a second to pull it up. It was like 14 guys or something, and I haven't seen if Joey threw, but I would think that he would have because he didn't do it at the combine. All right, yeah, here we are. It was Joey Aguilar, Dom Bailey, Chris Brazel, Bryson Eason, Colton Hood, Josh Josephs, Miles Kitzelman, Jermod McCoy, Jalen McMurray, Jackson Moy, Star Thomas, Andre Turrentine, Tyree West, and William Wright.
Saw some video of Joey throwing to Brazel, and of course, it's not like defended or anything, but it's like, man, he threw a pretty ball. I will say that.
It did. It looks like his biceps healthy now, which is good, especially for pro day. And this is why these guys don't work out at the combine, is because they know that they can get much better numbers in a much more familiar environment at their pro days.
Mm-hmm.
So even though the combine is like a really big event for the NFL and, league managers going to Indy and all meeting up and talking trades in the back room and stuff,
doesn't really benefit the players.
No, it feels like most player evaluation is going to come at these pro days, and the draft is they run for show if they want to. Mainly for the interviews and medicals is where they'll get those. At number 3, Roger Ayers, the official involved in a bizarre interaction with UConn coach Danny Hurley near the end of the Huskies' historic NCAA tournament win over Duke, is not among the referees assigned to officiate the men's Final Four. The NCAA announced its 11 officials for the Final Four, but the list of officials did not include Ayers. a veteran referee who has officiated 7 Final Fours, including last year's.
I've gone back and watched that thing repeatedly, and I still really don't understand what either one of them were thinking, or because it's like they both. It's weird.
Hurley said he thought the ref was looking to chest bump.
I thought they said though that he has like, I wouldn't call him like friends, but he's like the
he knows it.
Yeah, they know each other.
He said, really, at that point in the game, we had it won, and Ayers is such an easy guy to work with during the game that I thought he was coming over to chest bump me to celebrate the shot.
Oh, I'm sure that's exactly what he thought.
I love that guy. Duke fans would have. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's what you want to see. Can you imagine, like, after the Meshack Miracle, Barnes chest bumping the ref who didn't give him the timeout?
Or just going forehead to forehead like Teddy Valentine. Barnes is damn tall, but yeah, it was definitely weird. That tells me if they're not going to pick that guy, a veteran Final Four ref, that the ref, whoever is in his boss, probably didn't like it a whole lot.
No, you can't really go forehead to forehead with a head coach in that moment. Kind of.
It was an absolutely hysterical boss move out of Hurley, though.
Yeah.
Just stare at the referee eyeball to eyeball without blinking.
Just took me back to the Fran McCaffrey ref stare down, which is maybe my favorite college basketball moment with a ref ever. At number 4, Tiger Woods told authorities that he was looking down at his cell phone and changing the radio station in his SUV, which caused him to not see a truck slowing down before his rollover car crash last week. Martin County Sheriff's deputy wrote in the arrest affidavit that Woods was, quote, sweating profusely, and his movement was lethargic and slow while she interviewed him. Woods, 50, was arrested last Friday on suspicion of a misdemeanor DUI and property damage with refusal to submit to a lawful test.
I thought it was awful, the pictures people put out of him, mugshot, and then getting driven off. There's no way to look dignified in that situation, is there?
No, he's publicly shamed, which probably should have been. You know, I mean, it's 4 times it's happened publicly, and
he just looks so funny without a hat on, too.
Well, you know, he doesn't. It's not. Got a lot
Maybe
of
he
hair
thought
in
he had the auto drive thing. He's playing a little. He's placing some bets, doing a little FanDuel or something. Texting his side piece. He thought he had auto drive on, and it was just going to take him wherever he was going.
Well, does he even? I mean, you really call him side pieces anymore? He's not married. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Oh, yeah, he does.
He does.
Yeah, oh, he has a girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend.
Oh, he has a girlfriend.
Yep. Don't forget that.
I did. I'm sorry.
Can't forget.
Maybe he did too.
I'll tell you what, man. Those Land Rovers are tanks. Dude, he rolled.
Is that what he was driving?
Yeah, he was driving. Yeah, a Defender.
Like mine?
Pretty sure.
Couldn't defend him from getting taken to the.
I noticed on the grill it had the Land Rover badge on the grill.
Huh.
Yeah, other than it being completely on its side, it didn't look like it was hurt that bad. Maybe we ought to try driving yours into that brick wall out back.
Yeah, let's do that.
No,
don't think so.
Let's do that. Yeah. And at number 5, a Florida man forewent a traditional real estate agent and sold his home by himself with the help of ChatGPT. And the house sold for $100,000 more than real estate agents said it was worth. The couple asked the AI as a joke initially, but the fun exercise eventually got more serious, and the AI software began helping them with more complex aspects of the process, like marketing and negotiating, and even recommending which walls to repaint. The seller, Levine, personally showed the home to 15 prospective buyers, 5 of whom officially submitted applications, and the home closed in just 5 days.
I tell you, man, these robots are going to take all our jobs.
That's what I was going to ask. How far you think?
Oh, I can't wait to have Robot Bear. I mean,
oh, God.
Having Robot Bear who doesn't fall out of his chair all the time, like that's going to be
fun in that.
Such an upgrade.
I got clarification on Tiger. He was driving the newest model, the big Range Rover, like the massive one that's like,
He's driving that thing 75. I mean, not that yours. I mean, yours.
No. That's a tank. That's like that's a $150,000 car.
It's borderline a mom mobile.
Yeah,
that thing.
Does he get to keep the hydros?
Probably
He's
not.
prescribed, yeah. But now the thing
They
about
said
it
it was
is
in his pocket. Are they just in his pocket, or does he have like a pill bottle in his pocket?
That's a good question.
Because that's some like, wrong side of the track stuff. When you got the pills that are just in your pocket and no sort of receptacle.
It's rough. Bad look. No.
Like I've got one of those. I've got it on me right now. I keep like my migraine, like one of these bad boys.
I'm pretty sure, like if they're not in the,
you got to have one of those.
If they're not in the bottle,
don't have any hydros though. Walker, stop looking over here.
I've never even heard of that thing that you're holding. Is that just like a little case?
Yeah,
you
could buy. I bought it at Walmart. It's like you get 2 of them. It's just a little case. Watch it. It pops open. I got me a Benadryl there in case my nose starts running. A little Excedrin migraine,
benzos.
just in case. Yeah, a couple Quaaludes, whatever you want.
I would just
Diazepam, Lorazepam.
I mean, if I needed them, I would just keep a bottle of Advil in my bag. I'd never heard of just getting a small little plastic thing.
But now you have. It's what people do.
Maybe it's what I got to start doing.
If they're controlled and you're carrying them on you, they have to be in a, like you get in trouble if they're not in the, like the pill bottle that came from the pharmacy.
For like all over the counter, like anything over the counter?
No. Like narcotics.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you, Walker. That is the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Check them out online, KnoxvilleSmiles.com. It's where I go to the dentist, and it's where you should go as well. If you haven't had a dental appointment in a while, now's a great time to check out KnoxvilleSmiles.com. You can book your appointment online there. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Bob, are you worried about your job being taken over by AI?
No.
All I know is you got a house to sell. You call my guy Bo Kregner. There's no phone app that's going to do a better job than he is for you. Although that is scary, man. That is scary stuff, what we can do right now with we're one step away from, I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that. You ever seen that one, Walker?
No, what is that?
2001. Space Odyssey.
No, I haven't seen it.
Great Kubrick film.
Who was the voice of Hal?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Dave.
You know what I did watch the other day for the first time that blew my mind? American Psycho.
Ah, great.
I like got up from, it was like, I don't know, I think I finished it around like
film.
12:30 in the morning because I stayed up late watching it, and I like got up and I just started pacing around my house having no idea what I just watched.
I'll be that guy, but the book was better.
I'm sure it was. Book normally is.
I have intentionally not never seen that.
Why?
I just saw
it's a great piece of contemporary American satire.
Yeah, the whole murder and blood
It scares you.
I just don't like the ultra violence.
Great, maybe Patrick Bateman, maybe
Bale. You gonna say Christian Bale's
maybe
best
Christian
role?
Bale's best role. You haven't seen the movie. Why do you do this stuff? It's like you're going to say Hoosiers is a good movie. Yeah, have you seen it? No. You just said you'd never seen the movie.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen almost every Christian Bale film, and I would be stunned if this is his best role because he's been incredible.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's probably the best he's acted being that character, but it's not the best movie he's in. Is how I'd say that.
I was probably returning some videotapes. And what's his face? Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe being in that movie for like maybe
he's
3
creepier
scenes.
than Christian Bale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
really
he's really good at being creepy. He's got a creepy looking face.
He's got a creepy smile.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I was so in my feelings Sunday. Even the movie sucked. I tried to watch that movie Civil War with. And like that was awful. I turned it off. And then I watched that movie that Bear and I have been talking about, Anemone, with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst pile of crap I've ever seen.
Oh,
like,
man, why do you know?
It was
I'm not gonna
awful.
watch it.
Just awful. Save yourself the trouble.
Really?
Terrible.
Bad movie.
Yes.
You
It was
hate to
just
see it.
it was just the biggest pile of garbage. Oh my God, man. I need a good movie.
I mean, my go-to movie when I got back Sunday night was I just watched Goodfellas because I needed something that I knew was going to be really good. So I just watched Goodfellas when I got off the plane.
It's always
got
there
home.
for you, man.
It is. It was the second time I'd seen it. It's better the second time.
That's only the second time you've seen Goodfellas?
I only watched it for the first time over the summer.
He's only like 20 years old. It's kind of like Shawshank, man. Certain movies like that, always there for you. You can turn them on.
I thought
Doesn't
about
even matter if
Shawshank.
it's like halfway through. You can just like sit down and enjoy it.
No. I'm going to see Project Hail Mary after the show today.
I've heard that's
I'm
good.
pumped for that.
Heard it's very good.
Coastal Vol says, shout out to Robo Kregner. That'd be his new website, robocregner.com.
Go-to movie for me, like you were talking about, it's always on TV too, is The Rock.
I haven't seen
Good
that.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Welcome to The Rock. Great Sean Connery movie.
Yeah.
Star-studded. Nick Cage, Ed Harris. Is Cusack in that?
Yes. No.
Or am I messing that up?
Con Air.
Yeah.
You're conflating that
Yeah.
with Con Air. The guy played Leo on The West Wing.
Oh, yeah.
John
He
Spencer.
plays his nemesis. You've seen the fan theories that that's James Bond.
What do you mean?
The Connery's character?
Connery's character is.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, I know. But most of those things are, but they're also kind of interesting.
The other one I'll watch, no matter what's The Untouchables.
Oh,
that's to me one of my favorites of all time.
Fantastic.
Honestly.
Son nurse to the morgue.
Yeah. Yeah. After he fakes the guy's already dead, but to get the one guy to testify, he starts shooting him again. He goes, how do you think he feels now? Better or worse?
Can't go wrong with a good gangster flick. Cops and Robbers, man. Makes the world go round.
Andy Garcia was a badass in that.
Oh, has
That's
he ever
right.
been in a bad movie? Probably.
Yeah.
Don't answer that. 865-966-3435. Setting up the rest of the show here this afternoon. We'll go open lines if you want to jump in today. 865-966-3435. Rick Barnes and the crew looking for a few good men to round out next year's roster. Josh Elander just looking for some runs to put on the board tonight against Austin Peay and a Lady Vol basketball program that is teetering on the brink. Can Coach Kim survive for another year in Knoxville? All up for grabs this afternoon. You want to jump in, take a shot now. 865-966-3435, your phone number. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for. including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Had a couple of listeners submit hot questions for the show this past week. First of all, we've got Matty Ice, King of the Metroplex, says, what's worse, getting blown out the way we were in the Elite Eight or losing the way Duke did?
I think losing the way Duke did.
Oh, the way Duke did.
Man, they bled a 19-point lead out.
Yeah. You lose a 19-point lead and then lose on one of the best shots in NCAA history.
And then just the Hurley factor in it. I mean, Hurley went forehead to forehead with the referee after that shot was made. His jacket half off, looking wild-eyed.
He's a nut, man.
I love it.
Yeah, I think I'd have to – the buzzer beater would hurt. I mean, I guess you'd be a little bit closer, but I don't – the Purdue one was the closest one we've been in, and that one hurts the most to me because we had a legitimate chance to win that game down the stretch.
It's less the buzzer beater and more the 19-point lead that you had with at some point in the game. I think they were up double digits inside the 4 minute.
But did you see that one? They were up until they really started making their big comeback at the end.
Oh yeah,
they were 1 of 15 from three.
Mm-hmm. They weren't shooting.
Volfan 1989 said, had Tennessee lost the way Duke did, that is the universe saying Tennessee will never make a Final Four. He says, if that happened, you've got to shut the program down.
Well, it's the second year in a row Duke's choked.
That'd be a hard one to come back from, for sure.
I mean, Shire's not real popular this week.
Gosh, there was a list going around social media yesterday of all of the 5 stars and NBA talent that they've had since the last time they won a national championship. It is a long list of high-quality guys.
Yeah. I still don't understand why they had the hammer in this. I get, to play keep away and everything, but you had a 2-point lead. You get fouled. If you hit both free throws, the game's effectively over.
Yep.
I don't
you
get
did
it.
the one thing that could get you beat, which is turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Well, not only
Mullins kid.
Yeah.
Freshman.
Hey, who doesn't get enough credit is Alex Caravan to have the poise to not jack up a shot.
Give that back to Mullins.
Yep. Because it would have been, and the other thing, they didn't call a timeout. They had one timeout left. And they didn't call it.
You know who else had a timeout left? Todd Shire.
Did he?
Yeah, they had a timeout right there. And also, I mean, it's the whole way it was handled was bad because in the backcourt, when there's under 10 seconds, you can't get a 5-second call in the backcourt, and you're not going to get a 10-second call in the backcourt because there's not even 10 seconds left. You don't even got to throw it up there like that.
I don't know why I don't know. I felt bad for the Boozer kid to be thinking about that until he's old and gray.
I'll tell you what, though, and I've heard enough.
Call Chris Webber about that.
I've heard enough people complain about it too, because I think Boozer's an amazing player, and his pedigree, how smart he is for a true freshman and everything else. Cam Boozer, not Caden, who kind of threw the ball away. did you see how he drops his shoulder into people, man, so hard?
Oh yeah.
And they call fouls on the other player.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. He decked.
Well, that's kind of how
he
it
decked
is
the Mullins kid earlier in the game who hit the game winner. I mean, Mullins had the position and everything else. I mean, it was like, it's kind of good karma, really, that it happened this way. Because Duke, I just feel like they get the calls usually.
Did you see the play at the end of our game? I think it was the last foul they called on Mara. Like the game had long since been decided. I mean, there's maybe like 5 minutes to go. And it's like a rebound, and like our guy, I don't remember who it was, maybe Carey, just kind of pushed him out of the way, and like from behind. And there was some contact there, but they called the foul on Mara. And they're showing it in replay, and the announcers are just like, yeah. I guess he fouled him with his back there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was
they
too
go
little
both
too
ways.
late. Yeah. There was the one, maybe it was Dwayne Brown, one of our bigs earlier in the game where the announcer was like, I don't see anything. It wasn't a foul.
Well, there was a foul on Jalen Carey in the first half when it was still a game. Like Jalen kind of just smacked the guy right in the crook of his neck. And the announcers are watching the bird's eye view slow-mo replay, and they're like, I don't see anything there. I'm like he clobbered the guy. Like, that's a foul. But Vol fans don't want to hear that, I know. The other poll question from the Twitter sphere, this one came from No Context Vols. As a Tennessee fan, would you rather? It gives you 3 choices here. Win a college football national championship, make a Final Four, or have Tony Vitello come back?
I'd probably rather win the football national championship.
Get out of here. I know what I'm picking. It's a Truthful Tuesday. Answer is C. Bring me back Vitello.
I'd want to make a Final Four.
Over a college football national championship? We
lost our mojo when Tony left town.
We still, 28 years later, we still coast off the momentum of a national championship that was won almost 30 years. Bill Clinton was president. I was 17 years old, 18, whatever. Like, you know what a national championship in football would do for this fan base?
Especially for people my age and slightly older and younger who have no idea what that's like.
I mean, snap reaction. I'd probably take Vitello back because,
over a Final Four? Like if I just give you make a Final Four or Tony V comes back.
Final Four.
But
tough one.
We've had teams like South Carolina made a Final Four. Like not long ago, and did nothing and just squandered that momentum. They've been irrelevant ever since.
Would you really want that versus what
I don't know. I don't know if I would sign up for that.
I'm 100% Final Four because of what Russ said about football. We've won one. I mean, I'd love to see us win another one, but it's like
it would shut up the Kentucky people. Finally.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I was listening.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, I think it would. I mean, they were
that guy
they were saying it on their show, on Matt Jones' show yesterday. It's like that's the only thing we got over Tennessee now. They go, well, we'd kill to have. They literally said that. They go, we'd kill to be in three straight Elite Eights at this point.
They got multiple national championships, though. I just say, the type of people that are going to argue with you'll never shut up. That's a hard poll, though, for me to answer, man.
Yeah, I mean,
national championships in football, like our championship in '98, the last recognized one was 1951. So whatever that is, like almost 50 years. Like it's a once every 50-year proposition.
But can you guarantee me that Tony will never coach in college baseball again?
Can't guarantee you anything in this crazy life, Bear.
That's the nightmare scenario for us as a fan base, I feel like.
What if he comes back and the fire doesn't burn as bright? What if he comes back and he kind of lets himself go, starts going bald, belly protrudes a little bit, doesn't recruit quite as hard?
What if he comes back, though, and coaches at, I don't know, Clemson, somewhere like that? It's not an SEC school.
Yeah.
I don't
Takes
think,
the UCLA job.
Yeah, I don't think I care at that point. Hey, one thing we didn't get to it yesterday, but I did want to talk about it for a quick second. Tennessee and Big Ten schools in the NCAA tournament is not good, man. I did some kind of peeling back in the 2000s. We are 2-8 against Big Ten schools in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, there's
2-8. And the only 2 wins have been against Iowa, both of them.
We're Big Ten, really good at basketball.
But they're not.
They're not that good. I mean, that's my point.
Look at who we've ended up running into. We just had.
What was the last Big Ten national championship?
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, Michigan State.
Yeah.
20 years.
We should have beaten that Michigan team, the Kennedy Chandler year. I'll go to my grave saying they were criminally underseeded because
we should have beaten that team. We should have beaten Purdue in 2019 with Grant and Admiral.
For sure. That was the one where one of them started overtime on the bench, didn't he?
We lost to a better team this year. We lost to a better team in the Edey team. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're 2-8. 4 of those losses to Michigan, 2 to Purdue, 1 to Ohio State. That was a rough one too, man. In the Bruce era, blew that big
like
lead.
a 20-point lead. Michigan, I think when they've gotten us, like, have we ever kept it close with Michigan?
Yeah,
because they blew us out on Pearl's last game, didn't they?
Sweet 16.
Yeah,
that game with Chandler was close.
Yeah, the Sweet 16 game with Stokes, that was a close game.
Yeah.
And then we lost once. Michigan State, I think you said it yesterday, Russ. Michigan State's the most painful of all those losses to me because that was like a 1-possession game.
Yeah, that one doesn't mainly because of Izzo. It doesn't bother me as much just because that's what Izzo does to almost everybody.
It haunts my soul. That's one, like, I've watched the end of that Purdue Sweet 16 game a couple of times. I've never, and I don't think I ever will, be able to watch the end of that 2009 Michigan State game again. Like, it's just, we were too close, man. It hurts. The missed Hobson free throw, and then I can't even remember. Was it JP they called the reach in there, which like you can.
I'm 100% certain.
20 years ago.
I'm 100% certain if we had gotten to the Final Four that year, we would have played Butler and we would have lost to Butler because Butler was on a magical run, but it still
but we would have been there.
Would have been nice to be there.
Gordon Hayward team?
Yeah.
No, for me, I was younger for the Michigan State one. I think I was 8 or 9 years old. So the Purdue 2019 is the one that I can't go back and watch that game. I can't even think about Ryan Klein. I can't even think about Carson Edwards.
For me, it's the Edey one. That's the one that really just burns my ass, mainly because I still and will never believe that he was ever refereed fairly. I mean, they had a distinct advantage because of the way the refs would not call fouls on him, and anytime you touched him, we'd get a foul.
Think about 2019.
Carson Edwards kicked out.
If you win Purdue, you're going to beat Virginia. Yep. I fully believe that. Then you would have played Auburn in the Final Four, and I think we could have beaten Auburn. I mean,
that would have been an all-timer with Bruce Almighty.
Yep.
Hurts my soul, that game.
Let's go to the Fan Run breaking news desk.
Oh, boy.
Tennessee baseball coach Josh Elander is no longer coaching third base for the Vols this season.
Let's go! Finally. Get in your dugout and keep your team fired up, buddy.
Elander has served as Tennessee's third base coach on offense throughout his entire tenure on Rocky Top, dating back to 2018, when he and Tony Vitello first arrived on the scene here in Knoxville. In Tuesday's game, according to VolQuest, assistant coach Ross Kivett will be coaching third base, while Ricky Martinez will coach first base. When the Vols are on offense, Elander will be calling offense from the dugout.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's what you've been wanting.
Skip belongs in the dugout. You disagree? I'm not saying it's going to cure all our ills, but I'm not going to get any more. If he continued to stay out there at third base like Corbin, I'm going to tell you, I was going to get upset. It's the only time you have with your team during the game where, you want to be.
I'm telling you, all the coaching kids I've done, the youth coaching, like the hardest thing I've ever done was coaching third base. I hated that. It was pressure. Like when I'm coaching like children, like 8-year-olds, dude. And like, I'm kind of conservative. I don't want to see anybody thrown out the plate. And I just remember like the first time I did it, like one of the dads coming up to, hey, Russ, we got to send little Baxter there, man. We got to send him there. I'm like, really? Okay, buddy. You want to come over here and relieve me of these duties? But you're just like, do I send him? Do I not? Like that's a hard thing to do.
Well, you gotta really know your kids and your players. You gotta know, is this guy fast enough to beat this?
You gotta know the other. Yeah, you gotta know the other team. Do they have a catcher who can actually catch and apply the tag? Is that little kid who's been picking daisies out in right field? Is he going to stand up and go full Acuna and just throw a rope all the way down to home plate? Are these parents going to want to hang me after we lose a game by 1 run? I don't know. It's a lot of pressure. Maybe I don't get invited out to Texas Roadhouse with the rest of the parents after the game. I don't want to do that. I can't look everybody in the eye at the next game. They don't bring my kid a Capri Sun and an orange slice afterwards. There's a lot of pressure. Jamie, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
You said we went 2-8 against the Big Ten in the tourney, and the 2 wins were Iowa.
Yes.
What about Ohio State? When who was it that blocked that final shot?
Oh yeah, you know what?
That
You're
was
right.
the Oden year.
That's right. No, we beat Ohio State to get to the Elite Eight. So 3-8.
To get to the Elite
3-8. Yeah, you're right. Good catch.
All three of you brainiacs missed it.
Wait, which one did we beat?
We beat Ohio State
to
get to the Elite Eight. That's a fair point.
Evan Turner.
Yep.
Yeah, what was it? J.P. Prince blocking Evan Turner at the.
I was
scared the hell out of me.
No, I was so scared. I cannot believe they didn't call a foul.
Yeah, that'd be so UT.
Yeah.
Guys, I guess I'll do a moratorium on Adidas until the uniforms actually hit the bodies. Is that fair? We'll just accept
Yes.
We'll just accept it.
Yeah.
We'll just waller down here and accept it. It's
all you
okay.
can do.
All you can do. Yep, that's what we do. Do what we do.
How many Adidas teams are left in the Final Four? Because Adidas has got the national championship of football right now.
No, it's all. I think it's all Nike.
School.
It's all Nike in the Final Four this time around.
Russ, you were talking about that poll, and man, I tell you what, as somebody who's been around, and I thought, I'd immediately kind of left at football, Natty, and then I started thinking, man, I don't know, dude, that's a tough one because somebody who's lived through both the football national championship and the baseball College World Series championship, man, they were the elation from both of them were pretty close. For me, I don't know if I may be, an outlier as always, but I just absolutely was, beside myself with that. It's just so cool, man. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. And bringing back Vitello tells me, we're in the mix and the hunt every year for the whole thing. So, I guess it's fair. A better way for me to think about it is with Vitello back coaching the way he used to coach when he was here, compared to college football, Natty, because, man, I'll take Vitello back because that puts us in the mix and in the hunt every year he's here. What do you think?
It's a hard one, man. I would love to have the college baseball version of Nick Saban locked up in Big Orange for the rest of his career, just completely take over that sport, win multiple national championships. Obviously, we'd love to go to a Final Four, but damn it, Jamie, a college football national championship.
It does hit like nothing else.
It's why we do this.
You're right. It's like I said, but it's closer than it probably should be in my head, man. It's, we're talking college baseball and college football. But, man, I just absolutely was just giddy with that College World Series. And maybe it had a little bit to do with the way our team is coached under Vitello, that swagger and just bullying everybody. And like you say, Russ, go in their house, make a sandwich, drop the cheese wrapper on the flow on the way out the dough. I live for that, dude. I want to win. I'll take the win, but man, winning with style is so cool. Just that rub it in your face type stuff. That's why, a lot of people I know, they're like, I can't stand Hurley. I can't stand him. I'm like, man, I'd kill for somebody like that, dude. I love that. And I never did poo-poo Steve Spurrier when he was doing it to us. I was like, man, I until we can beat him, we deserve that stuff, dude. That's, maybe use that as fuel to get better. But, I don't know. That's an interesting poll, man. I just wanted to weigh in on that and say, man, that baseball is a lot closer in my mind than it should be, maybe. But that's all I had, guys. I'm going to get out of the way. Y'all hang in there.
Did you hear what Hurley said in the post game? Like, he just said, this is the DNA of this program, this culture. He goes, his whole point was, we expect to go to Final Fours and win national championships, and they backed that up. It's like, what a feeling that must be, man.
I think having a coach with swag, this gets back to the Vitello Elander thing.
Yeah.
When
Hurley's from that same
Tony
school.
is sending guys out of that dugout to hit, and they're standing on that on-deck circle, they are going up thinking they are going to tear the cover off the ball.
Yeah.
And I just don't detect that attitude this year. I detect a lot of, I hope I can get on base. I hope something good happens. And Tony's mentality was, this dude's fixing to hit a nuke.
Yeah.
Like it's happening. By the way, that poll, that was at Zero Context Vols on Twitter, and he did have over 800 respondents. 80% of the audience said they would take the national championship in football. 11% said they'd take the Final Four. 9% said they would take Tony Vitello. So it was not close. Football is king.
Always.
Stay with us. The drive continues. The shocking conclusion coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number, 966-3435. By the way, Matty Ice on Twitter. Be honest, did Bear fall out of his chair when he heard the Elander news?
No, but I am happy.
Quick break. We're back with more. Wrapping things up on the other side. Another stellar edition continues right after this.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction. Tune in to the Fan Run app and our YouTube channel immediately after every Big UT game for instant analysis and crazy calls.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from CNB, offering extra benefits including bank travel. Travel with CNB to well-known travel destinations. They do all the planning so you can have all the fun. Isn't it time for you to start living the good life? Contact CNB today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012 and our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio. Wrapping up on a Tuesday afternoon edition of the show. DR Vol is next. What's up, DR?
See, guys, y'all missed a real opportunity with Jamie. Asking about Vitello coming back. You should have asked him Vitello or Bruce Pearl back.
Oh.
He might have just
I don't know what I'd
exploded.
say.
Oh, remember that.
I know what I'd
Tony
say.
or Bruce?
Yeah, right now.
Right now?
You got to go. Yeah.
Last time I saw Bruce today, he was getting into it with that the old guy, Bernie Sanders. Yeah, Bruce is beefing with Bernie.
That guy.
Beefing with Bernie. That
Yeah.
sounds like a good movie. I mean, right now it's like there's not even a question, right? You've got one program that's at its zenith and one that appears to be floundering. So I would take Tony back in a heartbeat, but we'll see.
Yeah, but Elander's gone to the dugout, so I think all of our problems.
It's all solved now.
Yeah, all the
I mean,
problems are
Pearl
solved.
would be a downgrade from what we've got right now.
Is he going to put those 3 pieces of tape on the dugout wall like Tony used to?
I'm not going to go that far. I'm just glad he's in the dugout. What was that for?
It's a signal thing. Go ahead, DR.
You got to go football, don't you? I mean, I still see people. It is 2026. I still see people driving around with those 98 license plates. It's got to be football. Think of the ride. How fun that would be. Remember how fun half of 2016 and 2022 was?
How old were you in 98, DR?
9. I remember it, but not like I wasn't invested like I am now, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I remember my dad watching it, my parents like getting us stuff said, 98 championship, thinking, okay, whatever. But I also remember like my cousin, he had season tickets back in the 80s, 90s. If we were ranked outside the top 15 preseason, he was pissed and wanted Fulmer fired. He's also the same guy who hated Casey Clausen. Like, it's just a different time back then.
Casey's
I don't
one of the
really
best
know.
quarterbers that ever played here.
Were you here in 98,
Yeah,
Bob?
Yeah.
This town caught fire that fall.
Is that kind of what sucked you in, maybe?
Yeah, I was a sports fan in general. I moved here like in 94, 95. So, yeah, that was a great time, though. I remember it vividly.
It was fun.
Of course, a Final Four with 4 Barnes and with Barnes, that would mean a lot, too, because I really do like the guy. And then you got Vitello. He's baseball Bruce Pearl. I don't know. I still got to go football, though.
I'm probably going football.
You got to, man.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'd sacrifice Walker's big toe just to beat Georgia.
Why my big toe?
You don't need it.
I don't know.
Technically, you
yeah,
really
you don't need it.
I do need that.
You got 9 other ones.
I
man.
do
Don't
need
be
that.
greedy.
You can't walk normal
Well,
if you don't
Why
have
don't
your
you say
big toe.
Russ's big toe? Or Bear's big toe?
He didn't get mine.
It's because Bears on a kick about your weight. And that would
That's
help
true.
start that.
That is not true.
That
I
is
have
true.
not
You
said
called
anything.
him fat and stanky when he was out.
I
did
did
say
not.
that. You did say that.
I wasn't talking
Kinda
about you.
true.
Bear can't keep his balance sitting in a chair. How is he going to
No.
keep a balance without a big toe?
Like
That's
big
true.
toe is one of those things that let me ask AI.
Go for it.
Why are you mad again? Don't be mad. I didn't say anything about you. They're lying.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
I go
We-
look back at
we all heard
Thursday,
it.
there won't be anything there that I could potentially take as offensive.
I didn't say anything
Bob,
offensive.
Bob, you were talking about Final Fours. It's kind of like with Vandy in baseball. Like, it was one of those things, come to us when you win a national championship baseball. Well, we did. And then it's like, well, come to us when you win 2. So I'm with Russ on that. Even if we got a Final Four, it's like, we've only done once. You've never won a natty. Like, Kentucky fans going to talk regardless.
Yeah.
While they
probably
support
true.
that Mormon coach of theirs.
They'll always move that goalpost. That's fine. I still want to go.
Yeah.
Jonesy 404 in the live chat said a football natty. Imagine Danny's prices after that.
Oh, man.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Beers would be $30 a piece. Season tickets.
Oh, you can't afford.
We drank beer.
Yeah. Hey, guys, you ever talk about these painful losses? I really appreciate it. I lost my grandmother 5 years ago. You want to bring that up next time we talk about Ryan Klein and Michigan State? I'll hang up and listen.
Tomorrow on The Drive, grandmother death stories. Where were you? You still got grandparents, Walker?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
2 grandmothers. Never did my grandfather's.
You got any? Enjoy them. No, all mine have passed.
Same here.
Yeah, all mine are gone.
Well, 2 of mine were gone before I was even born.
Same
Uplifting.
Let's take a positive turn.
Real dark turn here.
Let's get to another caller.
Joshy Boy is next. Hello, Josh.
Hey, guys. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Bob, it serves your cheating Purdue Boilermakers right after Trey Kaufman-Renn pushed off in that Texas game, and they got their ass beat by Arizona next game. So it deserves right for Purdue to be out.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Eat it.
Yeah, Bob.
All right.
Step off Bob for a
Bob
second here.
Okay. Whatever you
Yeah.
got to do.
I mean, I think a lot of it was just Arizona's much better than Purdue. But anyway, go
You
on.
didn't spend that night just sobbing into your
No,
pillow.
no.
My Boilermakers, it's all over.
It
Poor Matt.
was probably a similar feeling. Again, I mean, you kind of knew what was going to happen in that game. Like in the first, it took a little longer. It was the first 5 minutes of the second half where everything turned.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys talked about it today. Georgia's big man entered the portal. Would you possibly want Tennessee to target him maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely on my board. Like, I'm considering him. How does he fit into the team? You know, there's been a lot of talk today on the show about does he move his feet as well? Because you look at him and say, oh, he's from Nigeria. He went to Hamilton Heights. It's Okpara Part 2. But
Part 2.
does he move as well as Okpara? If not, are there other things that he does better than Okpara that can make up for it? I don't know. So those
But
are
weren't you were saying yesterday, Bob, he gets in the foul trouble, don't he? For real.
Oh, fit right in.
Yeah. Yeah, more so than
Yeah.
I mean, Felix actually did a pretty good job not getting in foul trouble this year, but
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that might be coachable too. I think there's a big difference in Mike White and Rick Barnes. So
Honestly, I hope we go after that big man from St. Mary's that entered the portal.
He's going to Arizona State. He's following
You
his
think
boy.
so, Walker?
Yeah, he's going to follow his coach to the promised land.
Fair. So, what do we need to do this week against LSU? 2 out of 3 or sweep?
I'd take 2 out of 3 right now.
We need to win a series.
Yeah.
True.
But all our problems are solved because Josh Elander's back in the dugout where he belongs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that official?
Yes. Just came down a
Oh,
few
okay.
moments ago. Elander's back in
Wow.
the dugout. Yeah, wow. I mean, that's a big move,
They give
Josh.
us some momentum.
Hang the banner.
Yeah. I just feel like if we sweep LSU this week, it'll give us a lot of momentum and a positive step in the right direction, which could lead to a winning streak this rest of the season. That's why I want to sweep this week.
Yeah, that would be nice. I feel like we talked about this 2 weeks ago before Missouri, and we dropped game 1, and it just, even winning the series, you kind of felt bad coming out of it. So I know this is not good talk radio, but I take kind of a one game at a time approach. You beat Austin Peay. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
Yeah, you want to sweep
Yeah,
if
one
we're
game
looking
at
at
a
the big
time.
picture, but man,
I get
it
you.
just feels like this team is so mentally fragile that if you start thinking like that, you lose that first game. So let's just
Guys,
win game 1.
Yeah.
I think I've actually got tickets to the game on Eastern Sunday. So holler at your boy. Yeah.
Guys, out the door, whenever Tony won his first MLB game last night, Bear, did you have your seatbelt on? See ya.
Do you have a seatbelt on your couch?
No. Nah. I didn't even hear it. What'd he say? I stopped paying attention.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
There it is.
All right, coming up tomorrow on the show, we're going to obviously talk about whatever happens tonight down at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, continue the conversation around Tennessee basketball and the portal activity that is heating up. Also, we are going to begin the slow and laborious process of transitioning to football. You heard Walker's note about Rodney Garner returning to spring practice today. That's a good sign. We're going to get into this quarterback derby a little bit more. Faison Brandon versus George McIntyre. How does that one shake out? And what does Josh Heupel have to do? You know, we talk about what does this baseball team have to do this weekend? What does Rick Barnes have to do? Like, what does Josh Heupel have to do to take the next step for his program? A lot of people feel like that he's come up against a bit of a ceiling here. What does Josh Heupel have to do to take this thing one step beyond? We'll get into all of that and more. Plus, we will continue to cover the Lady Vols saga. Are you surprised that more Lady Vols haven't entered the portal yet or announced their intentions to enter the portal? It's only been 2, right?
Yeah, I think it's there might be just a little bit of a money game going on right now, and I don't know, what that means. If that
they spent a lot of money on that roster last year.
Yeah, I know. So. I'm just wondering, if they're coming back asking for more to stay is the problem, and then where's that come from? And I don't know.
They're not come from men's basketball or football.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or baseball.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm a little surprised because all the chatter has been they were going to lose everyone, but. Now there's some talk that a couple may walk back, and who knows? I mean, it is. But one thing's for sure: even if that happens, it's still a mess. It's still a mess.
I mean, she's second year. I don't know how her seat could get any hotter.
Yeah, absolutely.
But once you're on the hot seat, it's really hard to
get off.
The only person I know that's done it, but he's kind of on and off of it all the time, is Norvell with Florida State.
Dabo. A little bit.
Dabo, a little bit.
His first couple of years, he struggled, and he kind of turned it around, obviously. But, yeah, it's rare. For Bob and Bear and Walker Smith, I'm merely Russell Smith. We do it again tomorrow, 3 to 6, right here on Fan Run Radio. Have a great evening.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside. Sunshine in a